Wait.
One in the heart, one in the brain.
Oh, damn.
Perfect.
Absolutely. Hey. What's up, everybody?
Oh.
Look at this. We're back after a little bit of a hiatus. We had a fantastic time off. Hope that you guys did as well, but also hope you didn't miss us too much. I'm Dan, the DM for Pirates of Kal'Himaar, and we're going to be jumping back in with a bit of a session that we got for you today. A couple of surprises. You may notice an empty chair. We'll get to that in a moment.
It's me and Elliot have divorced. We need this gap between us.
We'll do a big recap in a little bit, but first, as always, we will start with the introduction of my wonderful players, and we'll start with the stripy boy on my left.
Hell yeah, hello. I'm Callum. I'm going to be playing Triton Druid by the name Scythus. If you're tuned in to Tom's art stream the other day, there was a bit of a running meme about a certain chocolate bar that I was going to pickle.
No!
Oh God!
And I don't have it. Instead, I'm going to be Scythus.
Okay.
I
really forgot about that.
So did I.
Chocolate bar, were you going to pickle?
There was a pickled Mars bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, alright.
Hey ferrets, how you doing?
Pickled
Hi,
Mars
ferrets.
bar.
You didn't
Jamie
pick
would
it.
eat it.
You
How
didn't
do you
do it.
pickle things? Put them in vinegar.
Yeah.
Put me in brine.
Brian.
Yeah. Brian.
Hi, I'm Annie. I was feeling like I was part of a club in these stripes, but you had to go and upstage me, didn't you?
Yeah.
Thanks a lot for that.
You're welcome.
I'll be playing Nemira. She's a human warlock, and she's pretty vicious. That's her.
That's
Delicious.
That's
She's
her.
scary.
Pretty vicious. Sorry, just bear with me one sec. What time is it?
Hello, I'm I'm Tom. You know what time it is. It is 22 minutes past 8, and if you're lost, you can look, and you will find me, Tom after time. I'm playing Mustela Device, who is a small ginger boy.
Fucking hell.
That's it.
Nice, it was a good one. Hey guys, once again, due to social ineptitude, I'm turning to the internet for ways to introduce myself. And today's piece of advice comes from a Dr. Bloor, who is like an anthropologist and sociologist.
Thank you, Dr. Bloor.
She says, why not flash back to your childhood? Are you still stumped for ideas? Then step into a time machine and think back to your 8-year-old self. What were you great at during that age? According to Bloor, that special skill can often apply to your present and future selves and help you see how you're different from everyone else. For example, when Bloor was 8, she had a great sense of direction and easily memorised routes and was hiking when hiking with her father. That skill translated into her previous career of building software for companies. So, I have no idea what to do.
What were you good at when you were a kid, Ken?
I'm playing River Kiss Rock. Actually, Paladin. Thanks, guys.
Hello, I'm Jamie. Jennifer Roberts was once hospitalised for eating an entire vole. I'm playing Fuaro. He is a not lawful good. He is an Aarakocra, captain of the ship, and he's ready to shoot things and kick ass.
And he's all out of kicks.
All out of voles to eat.
Really got me.
Okay.
Yeah, I can conjure you some bowls if you want.
If Julia Roberts is around.
You can become a vole.
She's
But I don't want to be.
It always is, and as always, it's me, it's Elliot. I am going to be playing Garvin Serious Uitvar, the Goliath barbarian, who is a bastard and not a very nice person, but also somehow lovable. At least the way I see him.
Yeah,
He is.
So,
I love it.
thus far in the world of Kal'Himaar, our intrepid group of adventurers have found themselves stranded and washed ashore after a nighttime raid on the Cavalier, the ship that they all served and met on. Surviving the shipwreck, our party of pirates found themselves hopping between settlements, stealing a ship by means provided by Blackbeard, one of the 9 pirate lords, and picking up a crew of misfits in the lawful city of Tortuga, with the understanding that a favour was owed to Blackbeard to be cashed in at a later date. After some time getting settled aboard the HMS Swag ship, our party embarked on their first of many raids, successfully pulled off their first pirating job at making a nice bit of coin with it as well, and kind of boosting morale amongst the crew. We would join our pirates in Nagan, a tent town that hosts many varied mercenary groups and sellsword who will take on almost any job for the right price. The party decided to bolster their numbers, make their crew a bit more robust and a bit stronger by taking on a couple of new members, hiring a couple of mercenary groups, or 2 mercenary groups, as well as a couple of other misfits that seem to have a few more tricks up their sleeve than their current crew. During this time, Scythus informed his pirate lord Jinzarem of the legendary blade of Black Razor, held by the leader of Nargan, and after a brief but shaking exorcism and demon encounter, the party were approached by a gentleman known as the Bystander, who came to deliver one very simple but clear message. It is time the favour is being called in. Blackbeard is ready. So you guys have
I missed that.
set up, you've got your crew on board, and you have just set sail, leaving the city, or sorry, the town of Nargan. As you traverse across the waters, we've got the nighttime, daytime crew. If I could have, first of all, daytime crew.
Hey, thanks to Ferret.
It's to the
Thanks,
DM,
Ferret.
Yes,
character of their
Ferret.
choosing. So,
Character of their choosing, Kappa.
hell yeah.
Oh, sick.
Sure. I don't want to pick favourites, so we'll roll a d6. 5. That's Faro.
I think I know who that was meant to be intended.
Yeah, I know. That's why. That's why
Thanks for the donation.
Thanks, Ferret.
Cool.
Yeah.
What a guy.
Oh, he's so great.
Your navigation, is it just navigation or is it navigation and captain?
Navigation, manning the ship, and you two. It's only you two that have the daytime crew, right?
The party, yeah.
Okay, just in general, everyone else sleeps
Yeah.
in the day. Just me inside.
In general for the
Unless
entire
it's
trip.
What do I
I'm
add?
gonna use that inspiration straight away.
Is it wisdom and prof?
Yes.
So that
And
is-
mine's just plus my vehicle
Yes.
stat. Yeah. Much better.
So much
So
better.
24.
23.
Cool. So you are.
Thank you, Ferret. Sorry to use it, your
sorry,
staff.
we also have checks from the nighttime crew as well. So you two, and then also Nem and
Phone's
River.
going off on the table.
You guys can basically
I think it's my thing.
influence the crew, so you can choose to either make persuasion or intimidation. Up to you. And you can do it separately, or one of you can. Yeah.
What am I adding
What
to
do you
this?
reckon, River?
Sorry, what's happening?
This is your navigation stuff. So
Well, we can choose to influence the crew. So like persuasion,
Nat 20.
intimidation.
Nice.
And
We can
a
do it
15 on
together
the
Oh, cute.
driving
I like
check,
driving
I guess.
Cool.
Yeah. What do you want to do?
And then you guys intimidation or persuasion.
Probably persuasion at the moment, I think.
I'm pretty sick in both, honestly.
Yeah, I'm yeah.
Are you proficient in intimidation? Just if you're not.
I'm equally sick of both as well.
neither.
Oh. You should
But
be in
I've still got
intimidation.
+4.
Let's go
You
persuasion.
have, remember,
for
you
now.
have got your ability where you can use your deception modifier, but do it at this with your talent from your talent points.
Yeah. That is true.
What are you
Wait.
doing?
Depends on what you fancy.
What's my? Oh yeah, deception's pretty good. How does that work again?
So you have you do anything you're not proficient in.
Yeah.
You can use a deception check instead, but you
Okay.
do it at this.
Okay. Fuck it, yeah, I'll try it.
What do you do?
Basically faking it until you make it.
It's not great. It's like
Yeah,
8,
until you
7 rather.
Cool.
Well, it was already a possible
Why do you
deception
on that?
check.
No, it
Deception,
was
persuasion.
just persuasion or intimidation.
Oh, I see. Says the
12
blind
persuasion.
man.
Cool. So the crew, they don't work harder than usual, but they don't work less hard than usual,
Cool.
which is good. Navigation is on point all around, as well as the steering of the ship. You find that it's fairly clear weather going across, and you are on course for quite a timely arrival to the
Wait.
meeting point of just the entrance of the skeleton of the world.
Skeleton World. How many days travel did we get there, sir?
So
Elliot,
you get a
press.
total of 5.
Is Garvin pressed?
Yeah.
Over
We-
this time, you see as the
I'm rolling that 20 for navigation.
Over this time, you see as the crew have quite good spirits, although there is still kind of a somber tone about them as Iqlal is still out for the account. He is pretty much unconscious for most of this journey, but is still alive and being kept maintained by not only the new acquisition of Grakiln, but also Relics, who kind of stays by his bedside.
Relics, who's there?
Over this period of time, something that Scythus you would certainly notice with your passive perception is that the bystander who is staying aboard every now and again will just inspect the ship, take a couple of notes, or maybe have a conversation with a crew member, take some notes, and he seems to just be very aware of everything that's happening on board.
Did we hire anyone that was good with woodwork while we at the lineup? Or
No,
did we,
No, you
didn't?
robbed her blind.
Yeah.
I thought she was good at general like smithing.
Stonework, yeah.
She was all right.
Yeah, can
We
we
did
do
get
like
some
prepare?
obsidian.
Can we do some repairs as we go?
Is anyone proficient in carpentry?
No.
None of us, but
No.
okay.
Fake
I am with.
It's like a hammer, like, I know how to use this.
You apply a nice herbal remedy to the ship, and it looks nice.
Sweet.
But yeah, you
What's this shit on the
Yeah.
floor?
So it seems to not just be here for the ride.
Okay, I'd probably ask him at some point. Like,
So you approach, he's maybe just finished talking to someone, he has a little pocketbook that he kind of closes as you come in.
oh, careful. Do you have a name other than the bystander?
Yes,
Can I ask you what it is?
you can ask, but I will not answer.
That's fair enough, I guess. You're taking a lot of notes. We've got a man who takes notes.
You have a man who takes notes for you.
Well, could you not just ask him for his notes?
His notes wouldn't fill the requirements of my notes.
So what requirements are you trying to fill?
The ones I've been asked to fulfill. Nothing more.
And what are the ones that you've been asked to fill?
Kind of smells a little bit and just...
Sometimes I wonder whether Scythus is a dumbass on purpose. I don't know.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know what that means.
The requirements I need to fulfill are mine to know, and mine alone. You needn't worry yourselves. You have been in good standing with the captain.
Well, I will take that as a good thing.
He's rather
Yeah.
impressed.
That's good to know. I'm gonna go now. Bye.
Up to you. But yeah, you see as this continues
Well, I'm
over,
gonna go.
Over the journey.
Whilst we're on the move, I'm gonna be trying again with the octopus quarterstaff combo.
Cool. We'll, for this set, we'll do it out of session just because there's quite a few things I want to hit. But
Sick.
we can do it out of session. We'll say it's been done. Yep.
I would probably at some point gone to talk to the bystander as well.
Yep. So you at any point, yeah, he seems to be if he's not in the room, he's generally milling about on deck, just inspecting things and looking around.
Just kind of, does it,
Mr. Udvar?
Mr. Stander? I was just curious as to how you tracked our vessel to find us. Obviously, we want a little bit of anonymity, and I'm just wondering if it was how you found us, and if we can try and plug that hole in the future.
It's less something that you did, more something that I'm good at. Blackbeard hired me because I'm good at tracking people. I'm good at bringing people to him, and I'm good at silencing people that he needs silenced. It's less that you aren't inconspicuous, but more that I have a very keen eye for people I am told to follow. You've done some impressive work. Doppelganger shakedown in Titan's Cradle, the first raid on the Scuttler. Impressive stuff for startups.
Oh, you know a lot.
It's my job and I do it very well.
That's clear. Right, well, good to know. I'll see you around, I guess. Or
Indeed.
maybe you'll see me around.
Indeed.
So, as the 5 days go by, you reach a point where it's around 1 o'clock-ish in the afternoon. Fuaro, you're naturally by the ship's wheel. Cyphus, you kind of stood by the side, kind of navigating. You see on the horizon a very large column of thick black smoke that is just billowing up and up in the direction that you are destined to head.
We've got to go that way.
No shit.
On the bright side, I don't think I need to navigate anymore.
Yeah, you know what? You're
I
not
think-
wrong.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
what
we
you're
just
Just
make
keep
a
going that
course.
way. Yeah, you have a sit down for a bit, and I'll.
Are we going to the graveyard?
Yes.
Maybe.
That's a fucking terrible idea, isn't it?
It's always a bad idea.
Isn't that where do ships get shipwrecked there, or do people just dump their dead ships there?
I would say that
So, bring out your
you
dead.
three could give me a history check.
Which three?
These three here.
Names.
Sorry.
Annie.
Not bad.
Jamie.
14.
No.
I'm Kane.
Hello,
So-
14. I'm Jamie. History.
Yeah.
It's 14. as
14
well.
for you two.
Isn't that one?
Cool. So for you two, you know of the skeleton of the world that it's the giant pirate lord's territory, and that basically ships who try to go through there without paying passage just get sunk by them, either thrown by boulders or their ship simply sails through the other ships.
Where are we going though?
But
Where is our final
he's asked
destination?
you guys to meet about half a day before the entrance to the.
Okay, that's okay then.
You
So
see,
we are not going in there.
Yes.
not yet.
We're loitering at the
Who
entrance.
extracts the coal? Sorry, I missed that.
The giant pirate lord's crew, essentially. It's a pass that they control.
Oh no.
Giant,
She's also a storm
Pirate
giant.
Lord, eh?
Did you say she?
She is a storm giant. Yes.
God, you fucking
Did I hear?
marry her. Did I hear she's a storm giant?
Girls into bigger ladies.
Yeah, as you
They must be hard to come by.
Yeah, they are.
you get closer and closer to this billowing black smoke. Is there anything else that you guys
I'm asleep.
I mean, I'd probably.
Is it day or night currently?
It's day.
Cool.
I'm sleeping. I'm snoozing.
I just sort of like smooth my feathers down, hat perched jauntily.
I'd
Club
probably go and ask Nem if it's possible for her to go and get a bit of a bird's eye view.
Nem's currently having an awful dream. But you can wake her up if you want.
You're indeed having the same dream that you've been having since you got your first vision.
Oh dog, no.
Damn dogs.
Cyrus.
Afternoon. I was wondering if we could borrow your bird.
Of course.
Sweet.
Get out of bed. Follow you.
Follow us. Excellent. Great big fucking cloud of smoke. I need you to have a look at it.
Send my raven
Cool.
forth.
How close is your raven going?
Oh man.
How far away are we from it?
I'd say you're about half a mile out.
Okay. I don't know how far. It can go quite far actually.
It's 200 feet.
I believe you can control it within 100 feet, but if you
Yeah.
give it a task and look through its sensors, it will just go,
It'll just go.
much like a familiar.
Okay. I won't send it like right the way there, but I guess I'd keep a safe distance.
Make a perception check for me then.
Guidance.
Thank
Get
you.
an extra d4.
Thank you for that. Christ, thank you for that. An extra d4.
Yes.
So maths it's a 9. No.
That's a
Fuck
try,
me.
boy.
Fuck me. It's an 8.
Okay, it's hard to make out. There's quite a lot of smoke. You can see flames still licking up some woodwork. The one thing you can be sure of that it's some kind of shipwreck.
Do we not have a telescope on board? Does no one have a telescope?
Well, we do, but the clowns have moved into the crow's nest, and no one will go up anymore.
There's a wrecked ship on the horizon.
Oh.
And if you want to take the wheel for a sec, I can have a flyover. I'm not limited by range.
Yeah, I suppose not. Yeah, what?
I mean, without waking him up, I mean, I could just hold the wheel.
Are you not awake?
I guess I am now.
The moment smoke.
Mara's just standing over and talking at him. He's just like, okay, guess it's time to go. Puts his pate on. He's like, okay, here we go.
The second that I saw smoke on the horizon, like he's down, he's on your chest, like fucking pecking at you. Like, oh, please, I'm in need of the services I pay for.
We're gonna get over there and it's gonna be like one guy like just went in for a mate.
We're just having a barbecue. Yeah,
Got a bit smoky this one.
I'll dash on over. Cool. So I'm moving 100 feet a second.
Cool. How close are you getting?
Let's say sort of
Bear in mind the ship's about half a mile out and closing.
maybe 70 feet away.
Cool.
But keeping high and like kind of stealthing if I can.
Cool. Yeah, make a stealth check for me.
Cool.
I'll note that you guys are not at the pass yet. It's you've travelled 5 of the 7 days.
That's fine. 14.
Cool. That's the stealth. And could you also make a perception check for me as well?
Yes, that's
Much better.
much better. That's an 19.
Cool. So kind of using the smoke to kind of like obfuscate where you are, you kind of get a good look and yeah, this is a shipwreck. This is, if it could even be called a shipwreck, this ship has been utterly destroyed. There's wood scattered across the surface of the ocean. You imagine more that's sunk down below, and you can see flames just licking up against the remnants of it. Various bodies hanging in the water, just floating face down, some face up. But the thing you do notice are some feathered creatures that seem to be picking at the carcasses of the unfortunate souls that have met their end. You see these humanoid figures that have these large wings that kind of come out of them, that are kind of like just swooping in, grabbing bodies, and then just like...
Oh, it is Dad.
and just like eating them. But they don't seem to pay any mind to you. They don't seem to notice you at all.
Back up.
Cool. You see his
Return to the
Faro
ship.
after 10 minutes or so. Sweeps back in.
Harpies.
Not good, I'll be honest. Some feathery boys eating what's left of the crew, who are all dead, and the ship is very much exploded on fire, which is nuts seeing it is in water, but magic, I guess.
So we'll to be assuming that they did not pay their fee.
No, we can assume not. And
anyone
this
know
is
how
a
much
very
the
bad
fee is?
idea that we're going this way. What?
Oh, well, there's no other way to go.
No, clearly.
Do we know how much the fee
You're still like 2-3 days away from the pass. You've not.
Oh, so this is just a random.
Yeah, this is just in the
shipwreck.
back. This is in the big area before the pass.
Oh,
Christ.
You've not. Yeah,
That's worse.
Yeah, that just means that somebody came and fucked them up.
Let's.
Where did the birds come from? What did you say? The bird people?
Big beardy bastards. Okay, do I know what they were?
Anyone proficient in nature?
They are avian, I may recognise them.
I am.
You fucking bet your bottom dollar I am.
Proficient in nature. I'll give you a check as well because they're similar.
Just a
Natural
good roll,
20, so
please.
28 altogether.
And a little old 10.
Cool.
Me too, a 10.
Little me.
Scythus, you know what these are.
Hell yeah.
You know that they do tend to prey on corpses of shipwrecks and stuff, and they tend to be coastal beings. These are indeed harpies.
These are harpies,
win.
they're coastal beings
No,
that
they-
tend to prey on
Oh,
shipwrecks.
God.
You know
Both
that
of us
they
did
much prefer live food than they do to dead food. And
good.
with a natural 20, the thing that you know is if you get close to them, their song can be very, very enticing.
Plug your
Right,
ears,
everybody
everyone.
plug your ears.
God.
You especially, I
I
do
do
stay
not
away.
need that again.
Yeah.
What?
Alright, so this is. There's the joke of the hour.
We're awake then.
What? Garth's plugged his ears. He's
Yeah.
already got like two,
Wait.
I don't know, giant things in his ears.
If I've been woken up, Mustela will be snoozing.
Yeah.
Garth's got 2 champagne corks in his ears.
And then rips her ears off.
While somehow staring all of us down.
Even Mustela, who is asleep.
Ears
Um,
plugged.
I don't have ears, so I'm not in a good way.
You have hearing holes.
He got some
Yeah,
holes.
but I'd have like little
I
hearing
think if
cavities.
you were to
so-
put like champagne corks into Guard's ears, they would just fall out. I don't think those.
Now he'd rage and they'd fucking.
If he just go,
I've just realised I didn't know I need this, Tom. When you get a chance, can we have the Fawaro art, but with giant ears, please? I need to see that hellish display.
Like Dumbo ears?
No, just like
like lab-grown ears.
like
on
Gary Lineker ears.
Most of the rude. Most of the time, if someone requests, well, don't
Are
be
you
mean to
Gary Lineker?
No, but don't be mean to him.
That's
He's
his
a nice
entire
guy.
vibe.
Yeah,
He's
he's
like-
a nice guy. to be fair.
His entire vibe is football and crisps.
He got hired for Chris because his ears look like.
Anyway, enough
You've
about
got
him.
him distracted.
You see as
Anyway, enough about
you see as the
Gary
crew,
Lineker.
as you kind of mentioned, this also begin kind of tearing off swathes of cloth and.
Oh, yeah, I plug my ears. With
Blubber.
How far away are we?
Say about. We'll go ahead and say you can be as close as you want to be now that you've spotted them. I'd say you were about.
can we be on the other side of them?
If at some point, if you want, yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to put some tea towels in Clubber's ears.
Yeah, we can't use those again.
They're yours, so don't worry.
I just have an idea.
You put them in
My
his
lovely
ears.
like dainty tea towels with like cross stitch on them.
Port Royal.
You pop them lightly in his ears, and you just watch as they get sucked in.
Oh, those are gone now. This did nothing
What would you
for
like
me.
to do?
So they prefer live food. Yeah.
You with that roll, yeah, definitely.
Cool.
You know they tend to prefer live food.
I'm gonna look over the side of our
it's
ship
probably
and use conjure animals and just create 4. I think reef sharks see our half.
Yeah, there's reef. Reef sharks.
Yeah,
are the
reef
little
shark.
ones, yeah.
So 4 of those just to swim up towards near where the harpies are.
Yep.
And then swim away as far as they can and hope that the harpies follow.
Away from us.
Away from our path,
Yeah.
so we can just get through.
Nice.
You see as you kind of like extend your hand, and this kind of like vortex of water appears, and these 4 sharks all splash out into the water.
Pretty sick.
As they swim, you watch from afar. And with your passive perception, I won't even make you roll. You kind of like narrow your eyes. You kind of look over, and you see as indeed a swarm of about 10 harpies emerge from the smoke, dropping the bodies they have and begin diving in on the sharks. And then you see one that is much, much bigger than the others. With your natural 20, I'll allow this to carry over. You would know this to be a harpy matron. You see
Ooh,
you see a
nature.
you see a wingspan that
amazing.
from this distance, even those of you with kind of less keen senses can see that this thing is big. You see as it dives down and picks up a shark in either claw and just lifts them out and begins. You imagine screeching, although you can't hear it from this distance, as the wings just begin to flap. You see as a kind of call goes out and the other harpies begin to swing down and basically claw to death the other sharks and drag them away.
Oh, I mean, they're going to be so disappointed when they're fake creatures and they just disappear
They
when
will
they
be.
die.
But they don't know that for now. So,
They don't for now.
Yeah, as you see as they begin to like fly back to whatever coastal lair that they that they kind of reside in. That's very clever thinking.
Very good thinking.
That
well
cut
done.
short
really good.
about the first third of this session. So yeah, you begin to sail through, and as now the coast is completely clear. Don't need that.
Wow.
I
Well done.
hope that was a harpy and
Yeah.
we've got him out the game.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was the harpy mate.
That was the encounter where I was like, some of your crew may die because their luring but yeah, you see as you sail on as you get closer to the shipwreck, you see as a lot of the crew members run to the side of the ship and look at this,
Yep.
and you can see just a sign of utter destruction. And you see as the bystander kind of stood towards the side and just kind of.
Can we? Any luck alive?
Any idea? Oh, you first.
Any looking alive?
Cannonball! Jump off the side of the ship.
You see as actually I'm gonna make a dex check for him. Yeah, he does. You see as the clothes go flying off, Crook Travis.
I'm like going in, nice!
So you see his guy fucking cannonballs over the edge.
I'm going to ask the bystander. Do you have any idea what might have done this? Or who might have done this?
Indeed. It's likely there are survivors, but it's likely that they're with him. He did say he was clearing a path.
Oh God.
Oh man.
Well, fuck it.
It's a
What a
warning.
nice guy.
It's a warning.
Love, you can get back in now.
Are there any what kind of detritus is left from this like ship? Is there any cannonballs? Any cannons?
Sergeant's on the ship.
Investigation or persuasion, your choice. Not persuasion, perception. You convince the debris.
Where is it?
Hey, you! Be useful!
Investigation or what? Perception. Definitely
Yes.
go perception. Let's pick a dice. Oh, that's not so great. 13. Unlucky for some.
Yeah, I'm rolling
Going
dice
through,
today.
you manage to see that a lot of what would be with the ship is either unsalvageable, you don't find it, or it's probably already been taken.
Fair enough.
As they seem to be quite light on goods. However, you do find a couple of little things. You manage to find that like half buried by like a large crossbeam and like some of the rubble that's kind of fallen in is this chest that's about that big.
Sweet.
With your strength, you manage to just quite easily just lift up this heavy crossbeam and kind of pull it out. You see it's fairly sturdy. It's got a few nicks on it, but it seems to have survived what wreckage it has. But yeah, that's all you seem to find.
Massive torso.
Try and come back up on the other side of the ship and just like carefully put the chest down. I didn't find anything, guys.
Make stealth at this.
Yeah. 4.
Yeah. With everybody with their passive perception just sees you climb up, whack this chest down, and then nonchalantly step in front of it.
I found my old chest, guys. Can't believe it was in this ship.
I have no reason to think that you would lie to me. What a fortuitous occasion.
What else is in his chest? What's in the chest?
Oh,
What
I
do you
don't-
keep in it?
I don't know. It's only my chest. I didn't keep.
Oh, maybe they were keeping something else in it. Shall we have a look?
We'll tell you what then, Gov. You can keep the chest and we'll share out what's in it.
Yeah, sounds fair. I'll try and bust the lock.
Cool. Yeah,
Yo,
you see,
Green Mile.
you see as the lock is the thing that's taken the most damage. It's pretty fucked.
Yeah.
So you would need to basically just wedge it open. So you can give me
I'm
a
going
strength
to
check.
just be watching to see if Garth tries to take anything before we see what's in it.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty tasty. Just straight strength. 22.
Yeah, so easy enough. You just kind of find like a crowbar and just pop open the top of the chest, and you see it's not full to the brim, but you do see a smattering of gold and gems.
Hey.
You see, after kind of counting it out, there's a total of 5,663 gold in here.
Sorry, how much?
5,663.
Dang,
Just a
thanks.
shattering.
In addition,
It's like a
you
little
find a
pocket change.
They don't seem to be in any pouch, but they seem to just be kind of like scattered across it in amongst the gold. But you find 50 small uncut emeralds, all about this big, with kind of like
Ooh.
dirty green. And
Yeah,
they're worth 15 gold each.
Will we
They're
need to
less
sell
pricey than I
those,
thought.
or are they going to be?
Huh?
Will we need to sell those, or are you just going to let us exchange
No,
them?
I'll let you just exchange that. That's fine.
So 750.
So 50 times
750.
50 times 15.
50.
Yeah.
750.
Yes. Cool. So and
Pretty good.
wait.
I like that. Can I just before we just immediately turn these emeralds into gold somehow? Can I just sense if they've got any sort of lovely magical sense? If
have
I
you-
were to put them in a weapon, would
Have
that?
you got detect magic?
No, I haven't.
Cool.
no.
You can give me a Arcana check just to get on like a sight basis. But yeah,
I do have proficiency in Arcana, but like I don't have detect magic. Fuck. +7, so 18.
no runes on them. They don't seem to have like any magical energy in them. These are just kind of lower than standard emeralds.
That's right.
Yeah, that's
Right.
kind of what you find amongst the ship's wreck.
we each get 1,282 gold pieces. 1282. Yeah. 1282.
280. Yeah, I fucking nearly doubled mine.
It's quite good,
I
isn't
did.
it?
I more than double mine.
The crew split between them get that same amount, 1282.
Cool.
If that helps. Oh, sorry, no, they get half of that actually. Let me work that out in a second for you. 1282 goes into the party funds. So 1, 2, 8.
You get on
I
top.
think that's the most XP a group has ever got the quickest from an encounter.
You're all welcome.
No, that was genuinely well done. Very well
How
done.
much do I get from you? An extra. I can remember how
Matron,
much.
nah, fuck that. Sharks go.
Yeah, she was nasty.
Half.
She's not gonna lie.
641.
Cool. So you
The
do that.
crew get 641 split between them.
Cool. And they're very happy to have done standard work and get extra pay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they better be.
You
Well, that's how it goes. Yeah, that's how it goes when you're on our ship.
unless
Oh,
there's
yeah.
anything else you want to do here, we've got the other 2 days of travel.
Sail on.
Cool.
Full speed ahead,
So-
away from this.
You begin to sail on, and as you
more checks. Sorry,
Nope,
going on.
that was just for the whole trip we did. So you managed to arrive to your destination safely as you see on the horizon the very large frigate known as the Queen Anne's Revenge.
Oh God.
A ship you've seen twice before but immediately recognised as being one of the ships of legend. You approach and the crew begins to get a bit quieter and a bit more nervous as the sun is beginning to set.
Same.
We're at about the transition of where the daytime crew will be replaced by the nighttime crew, so everyone seems to be, for this brief hour, about and awake.
Oh.
You go on up, you see as the bystander kind of is stood pride in place on deck, his coat back on, oversized crossbow slung over his back. Kind of waits as you pull up alongside the Queen Anne's Revenge, and you see as a plank is put down. Bystander stands to one side, and
Oh no!
that's bad.
Could have been worse.
Flew everywhere.
We've got
Been
kitchen
so
roll on.
worse.
Yeah,
this
so
one.
if only someone could hand us kitchen roll quickly.
I'll get some kitchen roll. You
There's someone in the kitchen.
Okay.
Right.
Never mind.
Oh well.
Is it a large amount or?
No, it wasn't.
No.
Just speak
Very
really slowly for the next bit.
So.
Should we take a very short pause there?
Yep.
While
Yeah.
Tom's having his bathroom.
Having
Tom's having his bathroom and eating it too.
Oh, so I've got to write down all this money. We got 5,508 euros in the
kitchen.
party funds.
Euros?
Yeah.
Oh, it's useless.
Convert them all to
kitty.
euros.
What's the conversion rate of euros to gold?
in the kitchen.
1 to 1.
Get it on me.
Oh,
Whatever a man
it's good to be back.
It is good to be back.
It is.
Despite spilling all of my
Yeah, it
drink.
smells funky in here now.
It smells like blue.
Setting the tone.
I didn't know how that smelled before now. Fucking hell, this is
Now
what
we know.
synesthesia's like.
Now we know.
This is torture.
Now we know.
By every
The end of summer, now we know.
I hope
Right.
everyone in chat's doing good.
Hmm?
Just hope everyone in chat's doing good.
I hope everyone in chat's doing
I
it.
like
Everyone in
it.
chat's
See,
doing it.
It's all right, yeah.
At the moment, but you know, everyone out there.
So you see as the plank is lowered down, bystander stands to one side, just gestures. You also
Yeah,
see
slick
as
back feathers.
Does he gesture to everyone?
he's gestured. He's made eye contact with the 6 of you. Towards it, whether you all want to go up, that is up to you. You see his clash also approaches. You see the welt still there, but very, very much lessened. It seems that he's in much better fighting shape.
Getting better.
Goes up to you guys and goes, Captain, do you want any of us to come with you?
6 of us will do. If you all hold down the fort.
Of course.
Wait, actually, Clash, do you want to take my place, actually? I'm not feeling well all of a sudden.
Captain, if that's alright.
We could just bring it off to us with see what the difference.
I mean, I'd like you to come, but if you're not going to, that's fine by me.
I'm uncomfortable with the idea, but if you think that I should, then I will.
It's up to you.
Okay.
You're a free man.
It could always be a fly on the wall.
Actually, yeah.
Likewise, if you'd like a little bit of extra bodyguard in there, not that you need it, happy to.
I do kind of have that covered.
Scythus doesn't say anything more. He just wild shapes into a fairly small, coral snake or corn snake, and just slithers up and nests in Nem's hair.
Nests in Mastella's arse.
So,
I'm the weird one.
snake me
Raymond's snakes are.
Only adds to the
That's a
vibe.
bad roll for him. You would notice your passive perception. As you do that, you see as the bystander does a gesture and casts something.
He casts something.
Who notices? Just Scythus.
Actually, yeah, Scythus and River with your passive.
Not a 15.
Would I have known what the
Was your passive
spell
15?
was?
Yes.
And yeah, you just would have.
Sweet.
Sorry, I had it down as 14.
You got me a 17.
Yes.
I didn't go right up to that. What was that?
Just letting Blackbeard know that your friend is a snake.
In more ways than one.
He's not the only one on this ship. And I'll walk on over to the Queen's hands.
Cool.
Yeah, I'll lead the way if I can.
Cool. As you
Scythus.
all gone up, are you taking Clash with you as well?
I mean,
Does he want to come?
He has literally said it is up to you. He is happy to. He's happy to serve.
Yeah, and he's like, with us on deck, I'd rather have all the good fighters back on deck.
I'm actually going to say to Clash and before he goes, can you two watch Clubber? Make sure he doesn't get into any trouble.
Of course you can, boss.
Right.
Which one of them called me boss?
Clash. Okay, of course. No one's calling you boss.
That would have been weird.
Are they both Irish?
Yep. Teachers are Irish, my lord. For the most part.
I'm really glad they are.
You, as you go on up, you see a hearty crew just scrubbing down the decks of the Queen Anne's Revenge. The sail is currently down, the flag flying. You see before you a couple of figures, some of which seem to be manacled in chains, not doing any work themselves, but they seem to be certainly prisoners, and they seem to be beat and bloody, and not in a good way. You see before you also a fairly large individual, not as big as you, but he does stand at around 7.5 feet. You see a fur-bogged gentleman whose face, his nose is just completely ruined, may as well be non-existent. At the end of which you see this long mustache that dangles down in front that's kind of braided, and various hides of exotic beasts kind of covering his lightly clad torso. To his side he has a large dadao, which is a large curved greatsword, and you see a series of blowguns affixed to a belt onto his side. And you see, from what brief kind of glimpses you get of his torso, you can see a spear tattoo going down it, as well as a very large scar running down from about his collarbone all the way to around his...
Does it go through the spear tattoo?
A little bit, yeah.
Hardcore.
You see he's there just kind of stood kind of in front of this one kind of female lady with this kind of like dirtied hair who's manacled kind of in front of him, kind of just dead
Is the
staring.
furbog manacled as well, sorry?
No, he's not.
He's guarding them.
Yeah, he seems to be like stood right behind her. You see, stood just in front of them in his long red coat, red hat, with the wicks burning in the very large black beard, guns strapped to his front, and a very pristine scimitar / cutlass strapped. Thank you. Forgot the word strapped. Strapped to his side. As you go on up, he kind of like looks at you all individually. Just kind of not saying.
I give him the old bow.
Always so refreshing.
Give him the sup nod.
How have you been?
Doing well, thank you.
Good, I've heard
how
of your
are you,
escapade. It's good, very good. Business is booming, or so they would say.
Excellent, I can see.
I see the ship is treating you well, though. Looks a bit on the smaller size for the crew that you got.
It is, but it does the job.
Indeed, it
A little
does.
bit battered at the moment, but we'll fix her up.
Sign of a good ship.
Aye.
Scrapes it gets along the way.
Aye.
Indeed. You know, if you ever need a bigger ship, all you gotta do is ask. But
Oh, is this one for sale?
I'm afraid that's a price that you cannot afford.
I don't know. I have 1,800 gold.
You see as the you see as
1,800, you say? Hold up.
you see as the a woman who is manacled kind of in front of the furball at the back begins kind of like wrestling against the binds and kind of like staring intently towards Blackbeard. He kind of never mind.
Anyone I recognise or? Okay,
No,
cool.
not that you recognise.
Glad you could come with such haste. Mr. Bystander, I assume that you've got the reports I asked for.
He just kind of nods. He goes,
Good, good. Well, all seems in order then. I'd ask if you'd join me in my quarters. We've got a bit of a discussion to have. Just a small job that needs doing, but you're very well trained. I hear that you're full-fledged pirates now. Should be right up here.
You certainly heard right.
I have indeed. Quite impressive. Quite
Thank you.
impressive.
Thank you.
You see as she begins to struggle and struggle again. You see as she like lunges forward, the chain's going slack, and she gets about 10 feet away from Blackbeard before the large furball character just grabs the chain and kind of like holds it taut as she kind of like goes against it. She just
Brute, if you could go ahead and silence this woman for me. She's grown quite useless. Anyway, if you'd like to come with me.
and begins walking towards the captain's quarters.
Cool. I quickly get out my keys and lock the ship. Yeah.
Right.
As you're walking, sorry,
Yeah, as you begin walking, any of you that would care to glance would see as this large furball pushes this woman down onto her knees, pulls out his greatsword, and just beheads her.
Dang.
You see as the body is then picked up and thrown overboard.
Stella is sick instantly.
Just sees it's like, all seasoned pirates.
He joined us for an extended period of time.
As you go in, you see a captain's quarters that is resplendent, as if it were designed for royalty. You see a very large circular table dominating the centre of the room, adorned with various foods and drinks, every single kind you could possibly think of or want for, he seems to have provided here. You see cups and tables and places already set for each of you, with chairs ready for each size.
Me?
You see as well in this room, off to one side, there seems to be a curtain that bisects the room, but from what little glimpse that you can get beyond it, there seems to be a very large four-poster bed behind there, as well as some kind of writing desk. To the left-hand side of the room, you see a much wider countertop with various notes scrawled across on pieces of parchment. It seems to be very messy, but an organised kind of mess, where he knows where everything is. Sat at this desk is a figure that you all recognise, that you have met once before. You see a gentleman who looks now much healthier than the first time you met him. You see one of the fellows who was saved when you took over the Iron Fist, one of the people that was being held captive there. You see it was the person Blackbeard referred to as Jugo, the bald human male. You see now in very long mage robes that kind of grey of colour that drape down to the floor. You see he's kind of scrawling some notes. He seems to have some dried blood across his hands. Kind of folds them up. Blackbeard kind of walks and goes,
Ah, Mr. Jugo, the Dreamer. You all remember him? Many thanks for getting him back aboard this wonderful ship. He has proved useful with his anthropomancy. Jugo, if you could leave us, please.
kind of nods, kind of looks towards each of you and just kind of gives a nod to each of you.
Do I know what anthropomancy is?
Anyone can make, anyone proficient in Arcana?
Not
I don't think that's me.
Yes,
I am a profession in athletics, though.
Unfortunately not then. So you can make an Arcana check for me, see if you've heard or read of anthropomancy.
I have proficiency in stealth. Will that help?
Unfortunately not.
Do I know what anthropomorphy is?
11.
11.
Sneak to his desk and read his notes.
It's a specific kind of divination, although you don't know what it details. You've heard it's one of the more
After dark.
gruesome types of divination.
It's your regular divination.
After dark.
As you go in, he kind of gestures to the seats.
Please take a seat. Help yourself to food, drink, whatever you like.
You see he walks over to one of the bottles of rum that's on the table and kind of pours it himself.
Captain Blackbeard's rum. What kind of food? Garv's already munching, honestly. As soon as he saw that, before he even knows what food it is.
Fish, fruits, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I'll dig in.
Oh, whispers. Hello.
Oh no.
I think Clubber would like some of this.
None of it's horse.
Do we have a bag of holding?
Nah, you've got
Is that impolite?
You've got the biggest pockets than we. Like, you've got the biggest pockets in the crew. Take some back.
Surely
to
we've got
Clubber.
an ogre.
Do you mind if I get this wrapped up to go?
So one immediate and then one back left.
I will try to sit on the seat. Oh, no, be with Ned.
I would eat fish, but exclusively that I've taken from other people's plates.
Of course.
Let them eat fish.
Not
is there
Blackbeards, not Blackbeards. Oh my god, not Blackbeards.
Is there like a chicken or something?
Yeah.
I just put like a whole one on my plate.
Nice.
I'm right here.
You actually see as he kind of like
I know.
he leisurely walks around the table, kind of glass in hand, kind of very quietly kind of eyes you all up. Just, sits down, puts his feet up on the table. So, you've done a good bit of pirating, got some experience under your wing.
Thanks.
So to speak. Pun not intended, sorry. And
It was hilarious, I forgive you.
it's come to my attention that these skills could go quite useful with a little something that I need doing. Now, River,
No.
I understand that you did a little bit of time in Port Royal looking at, what was it now, trade routes and the like.
Yes. I like. She would have no idea how he knew that, right?
Not you've never mentioned it to him, as far as you know.
Yes.
Good to know. Right. Well, it actually includes some of the Midas trade routes itself, so your expertise could be much appreciated here. There's a shipment going across. I'm not sure what ship because it unfortunately sank somewhere along the way. This ship.
Would it have been on fire?
No.
Because we passed
This
one.
was a Midas ship.
Ah. I didn't see the flags. They were burning.
They were. So they, let's just say they made a few poor decisions.
Okay.
This ship was carrying some rather volatile substances on board, being kept in these large crystalline chests. Around 4 or 5 to be precise, although some may have got lost in the sinkage. What I need you to do is find where this ship sank. Dive to wherever its grave now rests, and bring me these crystalline chests and what is inside. It's very important you don't open them as to not disturb the merchandise, but I feel that, seeing as Midas think that these shipments have gone missing, they'd be very helpful for myself, and if they don't find out, even better.
Right. Seems doable.
Now that you've said don't open them, you know that's going to tempt us. Do you mind telling us what's inside? That's why I won't be tempted.
Some kind of, as far as we know, I've had Jugo looking into it with his divination senses, and it's some kind of magical enhancement for a spellcaster or something like. Something that could be quite useful to either myself or some of my guys.
Divination sensor is what the dad of like a future seer calls it. Oh, use your divination senses. Go on. What are we having for dinner?
No. I don't have a clue where this ship sank, unfortunately. I may have a lot of eyes and ears in many places, but I don't have that many. However, I do know where you can find out. And it's a place that I would have some trouble getting to.
Don't say it.
Now, I've paid for passage for you guys to go through the skeleton of the world. You won't be troubled by the giants there.
Oh, wow, that's
However,
good.
you will be heading to the island of Port Royal.
Oh, that's convenient.
Now, the place you need to go actually isn't in the city, you'll be glad to hear. So no family reunitions. That's not a word.
It's okay, I understood what you were
Damn family reunitions.
Doesn't matter, you're Blackbeard.
He's had at least 5 rums since we arrived.
About half a day east of Port Royal is a settlement where they keep logs of their more underhand dealings. The trades that they don't want the general public or their general guard knowing about.
I need you to go there, infiltrate it, find the shipping manifesto, find where the ship sank, and we'll meet up. We'll meet up somewhere. I'll have a message sent to me when the time is right. But it's important that this is done properly.
That can be done.
Are there any questions?
Would River have heard of that place, having done inquiries into training before?
And
obviously she made her way slightly other
yes, I'd say make an intelligence check at advantage.
Cool, will do. Let's do that one now. Ooh,
that's
actually not too bad at all.
Intelligence, yeah, just straight.
Yeah.
Cool, 17 then.
You've heard of it. You know that the caravans that tend to go from there or go to there are fairly well guarded, and it's a fairly well guarded place. It's somewhere that you've maybe not seen yourself, but you would have heard of it.
Yeah.
You know that, yeah, it's like a well guarded outpost to the east of the city.
Okay.
So this, I assume, counts as our returning the favour for helping us with the ship?
Indeed, and upon completion, upon the delivery of these chests, your debt will be paid.
Excellent news. Can I insight that, please?
Of course you can.
I'm going to use my inspiration. That's even worse.
My friend.
Insight, 7.
You can as well, yeah.
A lot happened in the car.
15.
It's hard to read.
Yeah, thought it might be.
Yeah.
Mr. Blackbeard, sir.
Mr. Eatbar.
Eatbar.
Mr. Eatbar!
Obviously, we both want this mission completed with no problems. And I've been hearing some rumours around the place of some shadowy figures who are stalking the seas and taking crews, killing ships and the like. Just in case we encounter these shadowy demons, not that we have or will.
We've asked him about this before, haven't we?
Yeah.
I suggested we did, and everyone said no.
Oh, okay.
Really?
I wasn't here for that.
Would you happen to know of these things, and if there's a way to stop them?
Kind of ponders. Nothing comes to mind. They're certainly not on the, not loyal to any pirate crew I would know of. Any pirate lord, I should say.
Definitely inciting that one. A lot better with a 19.
It's hard to read.
Oh,
Rolling
God.
well, man. But if you so need the information, I would be happy to go out of my way to find out for you.
No, it's more of a passing curiosity. I'm a curious kind of guy.
He lied.
Of course.
You curious.
Well, should I hear any rumors on the wind, I will certainly pass something your way. Now, to get these messages to me, I will be sending someone along with you.
No, that's fine.
A
Don't do it.
trusted member of my crew.
Please no.
If you'd like to reveal yourself, please keep her.
No. Oh my god! It's Joe, I need ferrets.
I thought I heard you were streaming, so I drove down.
Thank you.
Boy, that was quick.
Yo.
Yeah,
Elliot can't move, there's a leg in the way.
I'm doing my best.
Hold on.
I did it!
We squeezed in. This is every bit the graceful entrance I wanted for you.
Yeah.
So, you see as from the back right corner of the room, one of the corners that you didn't pick up on, as an invisibility spell drops. And what do they see, Joe?
They see at first they barely see anything, but they see a gold shimmer in the corner of a room. A very small one that looks kind of like a frog.
No! What?
What's happening?
With a big old weird contraption on their back, wearing studded leather armor.
Okay.
How tall?
How tall? It's small. It's very small.
about
Like
that
that big.
Oh wow.
And literally about that big.
Mastella sized.
Smaller than me.
You would immediately recognise
I'm
what this
like
is.
twice that
Yeah.
This is a grung.
Yeah.
They are frog creatures that are aquatic, and quite a few of them live in reef.
Yeah. This is the thing that in Toon we tried to stop being thrown in
Yeah.
fire, right?
Yeah.
All I
So
can
you
see is
see-
Pepe.
You see this
Yeah.
golden, shimmering frog-like being as he hops on over. Blackbeard goes,
This is Keeper, one of my trusted information hounds.
Do I get the sense that this is about the same size as the other things?
no.
Cool.
The other things are bigger.
Ooh.
I pull off my glove gracefully and say, "Pleasure to meet you."
I go and shake his hand. Yeah.
Everyone,
Is it slimy?
it's very slimy.
Oh, it is.
I'm a snake in Nem's hair.
Yeah, so I'll bend quite far down.
Cool.
Shake one.
Everyone who just touched him, go ahead and make Constitution saving throws.
Joe, you asshole!
I'm Joe, you can have inspiration for that.
Oh, no.
Con,
Yeah.
14.
I ain't not here about to touch a fucking frog.
What's your DC?
What is it? Let me get. Oh shit! I don't
I know what a grung is, but I
It's,
didn't know that was a bad idea.
You know that they tend to have
I'm laughing.
a poisonous
Just
cover
laughing.
on their skin.
Oh crap! What is it? I forgot what the DC
Would
was.
I
I
believe-
have an idea of how
I
bad
don't get it.
poison was?
It varies depending on colour.
Proficient in nature.
It's
I've
not.
seen his
It's not
gold.
too bad for golden
Cool.
ones. It's just quite.
Yep,
It's
that's
quite
fine.
funny.
Well-
oh, this does not say it.
I believe it was 8 plus proficiency plus your con mod.
Oh, okay. So that's
So it'd be
13.
13.
Oh,
So
okay.
Who? So
14.
19.
pass, fail,
7
fail,
14.
pass,
14.
pass. Damn. So yeah.
Fun cam.
Funcam. What's your one? I believe you are both now charmed by Keeper,
And you can
And
I'm charmed every day.
and you can
with
also
campaign.
now speak and understand the Grung language
Oh damn.
for the
This
next
actually sounds kind of
minute.
sick.
Yeah.
Are we
I
charmed
was
by
gonna
him
poison
permanently,
me.
or we can
For the next
Just
minute.
for the next minute? Yeah.
You're thrown to a frog, you should be eating him.
Hey man.
His Blackbeard kind of smiles.
Keeper's
I
very
really
trusted
wanna
amongst
fuck
my
this
company, and he'll be informing me on your going abouts and progress with this mission. Suffice to say, if anything should happen to him. But I'm sure he'll be fine.
But we'll make sure he doesn't croak. Ha 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 ha.
The famous Utvar sense of humor.
Yes, it's quite
Never
good.
goes amiss.
No one's around the seas.
Do you croak?
No, apparently.
I wish I hadn't asked.
As a small token of my appreciation for your haste in coming here, you'll find that when you go back aboard your ship, you'll have received some upgrades to the firepower you've got.
I don't want that. No. We don't want that.
Blackbeard ever the charitable.
Indeed.
Thank you very much.
Giving is in my nature.
Do we owe you anything for these increases in power?
They're a gift from me to you.
Oh, how
The start
kind.
of hopefully a very fruitful relationship.
I like flute.
At that point, Scythus hisses. He has tried to be silent this whole time.
Master Jinzarmeth. Almost didn't see you there.
I get him like on my hand and like hold him here.
I just trying to slither onto the table. Down to the floor, then back to me.
On the table.
And how are you, sir?
Fine, thank you for asking. How are you?
Very good, thank you. And how is Jinzarim?
I'll be honest with you, I've not seen him for some time. I hope he's well.
Make a wisdom saving throw for me.
I
Fuck
fucking...
me.
Can you make 2?
He can't do spell on you.
It's,
He might.
Wisdom save, you say. 17.
Put a spell on.
You feel as his essence seems to just probe deeper into
Yeah,
your
I
mind.
thought it might.
Although no strange look comes upon his face because you are telling the truth. You've not heard back from him, so there's nothing for him to glean. But you certainly feel his presence just become a bit more just there.
I mean, thank you for checking, but do you really think I'd be stupid enough to lie to you in this room?
More powerful people, less powerful people have tried, so gotta be careful, just in case.
You know my serving name. I'm surprised I'm alive, to be perfectly honest with
I
you.
know many things, indeed. Anything else to report? That's all. Any useful information I might find reward worthy?
I've not really seen anything. It is unusual. We raided one ship, had some crew.
I mean, we told you about the shadowy things. That's probably
Tortuga.
useful to look out for.
That was fun. Changelings.
Changelings.
Shape-shifty
Yeah,
poppers.
the bystander knew about those, so
He
I
did,
think-
so
I
you'll
guess
know.
this.
You
I
can
guess
inform me, yes. Apparently handled quite expertly.
Thanks.
posh.
No.
Stop. Blackbeard.
Well, oh my god.
If this be it, the mission is clear.
He says, looking at his mission notes.
Oh, Blackbeard.
I'm just checking that.
I did have one more question.
Yes.
Who are they?
Oh, very perceptive of you.
And you see as
It's
from
got clap lights.
from the left corner, the back left corner and the far left corner, you see as invisibility spells drop, and you see these about pushing 6 foot figures clad in plate mail armor with great swords drawn, just there waiting.
Hi, boys.
Oh, hey lads.
Can never be too careful.
Now, I wasn't going to say anything, Sciathus. That was rude about that thing that we both noticed.
I assure you, it's fine. They're there just in case anyone
I know
decides
you're
to
full
do
of
it.
shit.
No, you're not. Different role. You know I'm full of shit.
Keeper, I trust you'll be happy aboard and keep me up to date.
Of course I will, sir.
Good. Well, like I said, start of a fruitful relationship. Get this done, and there's certainly some more rewards coming your way.
Oh God.
Now, eat your fill, please. Enjoy yourselves. Got a long journey. The giants are expecting you tomorrow morning. You'll be let through without any hesitation.
Right.
Good.
Cracking then.
Tuck into as much
Thank you
food
very
as I
much.
can.
Eat the fish.
And as far as I believe, I'll have to check my notes, but I believe I'll be meeting you in around 60 days.
Oh,
60 of them.
oh, got a while.
Cool.
Okay.
Wow.
It's somewhere to the 50 or 60 mark, I think.
Thank you, Zen.
It's about
I'll keep them up to date, sir.
It's about 15 days as far as
If I remember that it's a different amount of time, I'll
Something like
make
that.
sure to send you a message.
Cheers, Captain.
What's up, yeah?
I'll send you a Facebook message and share my live location.
So, unless there's anything else you'd like to particularly ask him about or discuss, you have dinner. It's provided for you. Or if you want to go back to the ship, you are allowed to leave freely.
I
I'll
would
stay
be
for a
going
bit of
back
dinner.
to the ship as quickly as I fucking could.
Yeah, I'll probably
I'll
go back
come
to
with you if you
Cyprus, yeah.
like.
I'll stay for a bit of dinner.
Yep.
Not often you get to dine with a pirate lord.
Who else is staying at dinner?
Oh, I'd say.
Actually,
Actually,
so
no,
I'm-
I
I'm
would
gonna-
stay because if I've been offered food, I have to be polite and stay. So.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab what I can, like a leg
Yeah.
of something, and just like head off behind them, follow
Yeah.
them.
Nice. You kind of hop back and
See you soon, sir.
cool.
Say
So
the
who was
snake again.
going back to the ship?
Okay, I'll do it again.
Cool. So you three.
Oh, yeah.
As you guys go back to the ship, you seeing that ship for the first time, you two see that the cannons on your ship have been entirely removed and replaced. You see now as 3 guns on either side as it was before, but they seem to be bigger. They seem to pack a bit more of a punch as I
Oh, that's not mine. I didn't
get
read
the
those things.
stats for them here. Bear with me a second.
Genuinely didn't really want to do it. So what kind of gun was it? Or do we not? Are we looking that up right now?
You had long 9s before, I believe.
We did.
They are
How
now
long?
they are now all 12-pounder long guns.
Ooh.
I believe you had 2 12-pounders.
Yes,
Yeah.
we did.
So yeah, he's essentially outfitted four more long.
So we have
12
6 12-pounders.
Yeah, you have 6 12-pounders, 3 on either side.
Nice.
Mr. Blackbeard is very generous, isn't he, Sciathus?
And what's the damage of a 12-pounder?
So they have a slightly shorter range of 1,000/6,000,
Yep.
but they do 4d10 bludgeoning damage.
1,000, 6,000, 4d10.
That's
And AC, HP?
AC is the same at 19.
Yep.
Hit points is 70.
70. Immune to poison and psychic.
Yep.
And misfire on a 2.
Misfire on a 1, I believe for these.
Damn.
Nice.
And 2 keelboats? No, unrelated.
Yeah, you two see as these new cannons, then the crew are kind of like wide-eyed, kind of as they've been outfitted. As you go back, yeah, everything seems to be in order. as you go down with them, you kind of see this ship, this kind of mishmash of crew. You see an ogre aboard as well. He's just kind of sat there, kind of still with these tea towels kind of in his ears.
No, they're long inside him.
Yeah.
Like he swallowed them through his ears.
Unless there's anything else that you'd like to do for the night.
What?
Just have a chill one with Blackbeard.
Yeah.
I'm a bit interested by the contraption on this man's back.
Yeah. So
This
would you like to
thing's
describe?
back?
Yeah. If you want to.
Yeah, we describe it, or you want to?
Oh, I'm going to identify the fucking thing, so be as detailed as you like.
Okay.
Oh, that means he knows the magical properties of it as well.
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
So this is a sturdy hurdy-gurdy.
Of course it is.
A musical instrument which is similar to a fiddle but is mechanical in nature. It can be tuned in any key,
Nice.
but it also allows the owner and player to cast Fly, Levitate, Protection from Good and Evil, Invisibility, Feeble Mind, Mental Prison, and Mislead.
Oh man.
As it is a instrument of the bards.
Yeah. What was that third to last one?
Feeble Mind.
Get him off the fucking boat now.
I'm more intrigued by mental imprisonment. Whatever the
Yeah.
fuck that was.
Yeah.
Same thing, basically.
It's similar.
It ain't good. I'll say that.
Well,
I can't wait for you to tell the rest of us about that.
Yeah, you can be
I'm
telling
going to be
everyone.
looking for a small spot to hide, and I'm going to be looking for a bucket as well.
There's definitely a bucket on board. There's also plenty of. They've
Full
got
of ogre shit.
towards the back of the ship. They've got this one room, the equivalent of where Blackbeard's captain quarters would be, but it's just a blank room. And they've got the main hull that is just where the sleeping quarters is.
Okay, I'm going to set up in there.
The clowns.
What, in the room?
They
In the back-
they
in
just
the-
went
in the-
up to
in
the
the
crow's
room.
nest and they've never left.
And I'm going to get a
We
bucket of
haven't
water
seen them
and
since.
try and find
Brilliant.
someone to fill it up for me.
Yeah, you could certainly. I mean, take your pick. All the crew are up at the minute.
I mean, I'm happy to do it for you.
Alright, yes, I can do with a bucket of water, please.
I cannot imagine that takes too long to
No,
procure.
you've got to get a bucket of water.
I'm sure I can make water at
Yeah.
some point. I'm sure that's an ability I have somewhere.
Most people do, but it's
Salt
kind of
water.
gross.
Or sweet water.
Yeah, sort of fresh.
Ooh. I wouldn't mind salt for once.
I've got my rope that I
Salt for
normally
once.
dive down on. Bucket.
I mean fresh for once, sorry, my bad.
Okay, that takes a bit longer. I'm just going to assume I can do it, Dan.
Yeah, you can. Yeah,
cool.
Yeah.
it's not exactly game breaking in this moment. You managed to magically fill this bucket with fresh water.
Just wait.
And then I have to like, I'm
We fill a ship
shunning
with
it
water.
as if I'm looking like a big box and like shunning it into my quarters.
No.
God, it's strange, man, and I'm so glad you're aboard.
Yes, for the evening, also with the guys dining. Any conversations, any questions for Blackbeard, anything you guys want to do on the ship?
What does being a pirate lord involve?
Well, it involves many things. Raiding, having people under you, attending pirate council meetings should they be called, but one's not been called in quite some time. Negotiations with the other pirate lords, killing anyone that wants to try and become a pirate lord, or through your means anyway.
Are ye?
Yes.
Someone that wants to try and become a pirate lord.
I missed all that. Sorry. What?
Just
Again.
what it takes to be a
What
it takes
was
to be a pirate lord.
what's the shtick?
So, being a pirate lord, I'll repeat that.
My apologies. I was eating.
That's fine. So, just attending council meetings whenever they're called,
Fine.
having people under me, making sure I get enough plunder for my crew and myself, stopping anyone who would come for me or want to take my position of pirate lord.
Fair play. Good thing no one here wants to do that.
Very good indeed.
What about people that want to take
I
other pirate lords' positions? How do you feel about them?
It depends if that could benefit me or not.
Oh, what if he was a friend?
Then I'd certainly be open to helping such an individual.
Alright.
I'm very much about you scratching my back, I scratch yours.
You scratch my arse.
Fair play.
Terrible eczema.
Always a bastard, you see.
No,
There's a number
45 for miles. Yeah.
But yes.
Oh, good to know. How long have you been pirate lord?
Oh, sometime.
Nice.
Many years.
Ever been a challenge?
There's been a couple of challenges over the years. Come to blows with a few pirate lords. A few people have got close, but none have succeeded.
Oh, how do they do that? How do they get close? What was their strategy? No, I don't actually say that. Jesus.
What's your job enjoyment like? Do you like it? Do you like being pirate lord?
I wouldn't have it any other way. It's kind of boring to do this.
Mr. Beard, I was going to ask, your colleague, the bystander,
Yes.
he has been watching us for some time.
Indeed.
Did he tell you, because these guys say that they didn't see it, but did he tell you about me getting the final blow on the you know, the big man, the demon guy.
While he's doing that, I'm just going like...
Kind of looks, kind of got a smirk. He goes,
I've heard rumors.
This is enough because these guys denied it and it happened. So I mean, if you have heard rumors, and this is.
I'm still
to be
convinced
fair,
it
I've
was
heard
divine
rumours that
intervention.
I believe it was Fulmar, yeah.
Divine intervention or not,
C'est bon.
killing a demon, it's
Yes,
big
sir.
work.
Okay.
Again, I'm very impressed with what you've managed to accomplish.
Praise
so
be to
far.
Fulmar.
It was not. Never mind.
Fulmar acts through all of us, though, my child.
Yeah, okay. Just call me your child. This is.
Funnily enough, I think you'd have a good time in Havana.
I don't think I would.
Or should I say the church?
I don't know what this
I
is.
think I'm banned.
As are we all, but
Movies, mate.
I'm one for trespassing myself.
Right, I've got nothing more to say in the hopes that I don't get myself killed.
Mighty Blackbeard, Lord, Pirates
Yes.
Man. I've had a few drinks.
Is this a start of your rage?
Blessed be
Blackbeard, Pirate Man.
Blessed be your beard and your
Candles.
brows. Other
Listen to your
things.
candles.
Do you know a Commodore White Harbour?
Brundell.
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 I wonder he never said that.
Never.
Wait, what?
Yeah. I mean,
Lord.
bastard. I've
Whose name's Brenda?
come across his ship sometimes, and although it pains me to say it, it is quite a magnificent beast.
Yeah, that it is. I was aboard it for a while,
Indeed.
against my will.
Yes, he's what I would call the only notable captain in the Midas Navy. He is yet to lose a battle, and
Oh, that's not great.
no, it's not. It is somewhat of a he's somewhat the bane of the pirate existence, really.
Oh, well, I don't like him at all.
Enjoys his. If you've been with him, I'm sure you know he enjoys his torture and he enjoys his subjugation. Yep. He's a man who. There's no harm in running to fight another day, and he's a man who. That's definitely a worthy option.
I want to kill him quite badly.
As I'm sure a long list of men do as well. Men, women, and children, for that matter.
Well, you know, glad you don't like him either.
You'll be hard pushed to find a pirate who does. Here's open to his untimely demise.
Fawaro sweats. That hides the tattoo he has on his arm. The guy.
You wouldn't happen to know anything about any weaknesses he might have? Anything you've heard on the winds?
Just greed, maybe. Enjoys his trips to Guilty Spire to pick up new recruits, shall we say. Other than that, he used to ferry people between Havana and Port Royal. He's quite the busybody, and then for his leisure, he'll take to either torturing or killing and sinking pirates.
Not my kind of guy. Cheers to his demise, I guess.
This place we're going to.
Yes.
Any sage words of advice for getting in and out? We're a recognisable bunch. Some of us more recognisable than others.
Mr. Nervalis has got the right idea there with the coat. It's just picking up some disguises on your way if you're looking to go for that. But if some Midas bodies show up, I'm sure no one's going to miss them.
Oh, this isn't a disguise.
No, but I mean,
This
you
is
get
monk.
some better looking coats.
Oh, okay.
I don't disguise
I
easily.
understand. This is No, okay. It makes sense. It makes sense. This is okay. This is not a disguise.
Of course.
I mean, I nearly shot you when we first met.
Yes, but that is because I have red hair and you are an asshole.
Well, don't put that on me. The one wearing the Midas coat.
This is not a Midas coat. Show me on here where the Midas symbol is.
Usually there.
And it is not. Is it?
No,
Exactly.
but it's recognisable.
No. Nah.
Yes.
No.
We all know what it is.
I mean, just because it just is punk.
You wear a coat?
Who are you?
Never mind. I try. Blackbeard, you see, I try. You said this is a good idea, and these guys say don't say
As a
that.
Good idea
disguise.
for going into enemy territory.
I know. Why? Never mind.
Well, unless there's anything else.
No,
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, thank you for your company. It has been certainly a pleasure. I look forward to hearing from you. Toast to Captain Faro. May all your endeavours be just, and may your rewards come thick and fast.
I'm notably chubbed.
He raises a toast, clinks glasses.
Now I must be getting to my duties. I believe Jugo's got some divination to do.
Good fun. I have to just stay sat for like a good 5 minutes. Hang on. Okay, we can go.
Jamie, I'm just gonna pause play just for a second.
There we go.
I've just ordered a burger while on your phone, and I've seen you've got 19 tabs open.
Yes.
On Chrome.
Yes.
Going down.
We know this about
need-
Jamie.
I'm more shocked that you're surprised.
Yeah. No. But
Can
more
you not
importantly,
out me so publicly?
I just want to ask: do you need help?
I mean, yes.
But it's a cry for help. They're all just like, all the tabs is like, help me.
So take the first letter of each tab. It spells please save me.
Nifty is a sham.
Sevemem. Nah. 12.
Anything else for the remainder of the night from anyone?
Tom was estimating.
Just get over the mild panic of what just happened.
So as you guys kind of go back onto the ship, you see as a keeper has set up in the room that the bystander was just staying in with a bucket of water.
Hello, Mr. Keeper. How are you today?
As emissary of the sea,
Yes.
I feel like
can
my
I
French
speak
accent's
to
improved.
him in Grunt?
It has, yeah.
Because it says I can speak to water breathers.
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah.
Sick.
So
Private chats.
we can have private chats.
Yeah.
Not really. I can understand it.
It would have passed.
too.
It only
Only
lasted.
Oh
for
yeah,
a
it's only a minute.
I also speak Orcish.
Oh, okay, then I wouldn't be so nice to you, I don't think.
I don't blame you.
Nah, you know, dog, I probably would. It's fine. Maybe not.
Do we know after being charmed that we've been charmed?
No, not with this charm actually.
No.
It didn't say.
It's
on
like,
the
damn,
things,
I
yeah.
really liked him for the first minute. Now I'm not so sure.
I'm kind of neutral.
Yeah, now I'm kind of indifferent. Right,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's it.
let's pop on.
Crack on.
Let's get popping.
How's Clubber doing? Is he making trouble?
He's good enough. He seems to be
Okay.
fairly. He seems to be entertaining. He seems to clash and Nowhere seems to be playing a rudimentary game with him.
Oh, nice.
Of setting up like basically bottles and
That-
just throwing like a small. I don't know, like a small. He's throwing a cannonball at him. Why
Is
not?
he making a
He-
match?
Increases accuracy.
He has to. He hold up a different amount of fingers, and he has to guess what number that is. Go on, Clubber. You can do it.
I don't understand.
Clash just killed.
That was
Survive the
anticlimactic.
demon.
Joe, by the way, what's your passive perception?
15.
Nice, mine's that too.
Is
I
there any sign of
hated that
That was
Galileo?
a really nice moment.
Yeah.
That was a really nice moment.
There is not this night.
I love it when people bond over passive
However,
perception.
however, if there is nothing else for the night, Cythus. In the middle of the night, you are woken. You feel this weird sense come over you, and you're not sure what it is before a voice penetrates your mind.
Oh, okay.
Cythus.
Oh, I know that voice. Okay, hello.
Galileo has reached me with your message.
Oh, yes.
Are you alone? You can
Am I
reply
alone?
to this message.
Before I say anything out loud, am I alone?
You would be, I guess, where you sleep in the hole.
So no, not
No,
you're as
cool.
unalone as you can be.
Cool. It wouldn't be that weird. I was going to get up and jump off the boat for a sec.
No, we're done, I think.
So you go-
I don't know if Joe is.
You go for a dip.
Go for a swim.
Anyone on the nighttime crew would see as Cypress goes for a dip.
Just checking to see if Galileo's arrived.
Yeah, I mean, it's not particularly
Okay,
out
no
of
worries.
for you to swim,
I'm-
so
I'm
you
not
know, go
questioning-
ahead, man.
I've not questioned it at all.
Yeah.
We just all watch as you run on deck and dive off the edge of the line. You alright?
I go to Mastella, I'm like, I bet need to piss.
It wouldn't surprise me if you did that. It wouldn't surprise me if you did that. It wouldn't surprise me if you did that. I mean, anyone could just jump off the ship. Like, yeah, man, it's pretty sound. Go ahead.
Not me.
I'm
What's number
alone.
2 on my list of 10 things I hate?
Good.
I forgot to 10. List to 10.
Wait a minute. As you kind of sit there and pensively wait, the moonlight kind of cascading this light under the water, the shadow of both ships kind of obfuscating the rest of the kind of surrounding area. You see as some of the water in front of you begins to stir, and you see as two figures step through, or more aptly, swim through.
Yeah.
1 second, I need to get someone's name.
Does my pirate lord
It
sense
is me.
How do you do?
Sayethus.
Oh, Sayethus was a
You see
goodie.
as a coming through first, stepping through this strange water portal, is a
Wortel.
a water genasi, dressed in these long flowing robes that seem to be carried with the water. She has a staff with her.
Do I recognise her?
You do immediately. She is the 7th tentacle. She is
Yeah, she fucking
known
is.
as Tide and is Jinzarem's personal Kraken priestess.
I thought you were the seventh.
Swimming in behind
Getting there.
through the portal, you see your boss. You see the very large, about 14-foot tall form of Jinzarem. You see the forearms muscular protruding from his very ripped torso that is decorated with various tortoise shell-like plate armor. You see the bottom two sets of arms carrying what you've seen him wield many a time and slay many a foe with, this very long, beautiful orange trident that he holds leisurely off to one side. You see flintlock pistols jammed into a belt just below his kind of midriff.
Yeah.
And you see these two long strands of a catfish-like mustache that go out and float in the water around him. You see a tricorn affixed to his head, and the front arms come in open wide and clasps you on the shoulder. Sayethus, it is good to see you, my boy.
It is very good to see you too, sir. I do want to point out that Blackbeard's maybe like 60 feet above us.
It does not matter. He does not matter.
I mean, that's a fair point.
The information you brought to me. Black Razor.
Aye,
It is held by this Gale.
Lady
No,
Gale.
Can pass this round.
Yes.
If you want visuals.
As much as I can remember, Dan. Yes.
It is, yes.
Yes.
Good, good. You see as he pulls out something from his back pocket, there seems to be a similar message in a bottle, though it's not the one that you sent with Galileo. He passes it to you. This should come in useful should you need to get back to Reef in a pinch. You see it's from the portal that seems to still be open. It doesn't seem to be a regular teleportation circle.
No.
You see as swimming through, Galileo comes through by your side and kind of nuzzles into you.
I hug him.
He's very happy to see you.
Put the message.
Reef
in the
is
bottom.
doing well, your family doing well. Very well indeed.
Very glad to hear it. How goes the business with the political nature, so to speak?
Progress is being made, but not progress the giants would like. We grow ever closer to binding the great beast. The day will soon come, sooner than we expect.
I have one request, sir.
Yes, that you be there when we do.
Just realised.
A promise I can certainly fulfill, but Sayethus first. I have something to ask of you.
Anything?
Black Razor, bring it to me in the city of Reef.
Oh, yes, okay. I can. Yeah, yes.
There are certain individuals who join my side, who raise up through the ranks and show their finesse, their talent. You performing such a feat would certainly do as such, and I would hold you as a dear, trusted ally.
I will endeavour. I'll get it done. I don't suppose there's a time limit on this.
I understand that with the item of this caliber, it can be quite hard to acquire. Please, whenever you are in Reef, any updates, or if you can bring it to me, that scroll will bring you back. As and when, dear child, as I have progress to make now with the beast.
Best of luck with the beast.
Thank you.
Blessings be
Very
upon
much.
yourself. And nice to see you too, Tide.
She kind of.
How's it going?
Yes, rather well. Things
Glad
are
to hear it.
moving quicker than expected.
Amazing.
In the meantime, if there's any form of reward or anything in particular you would like for completing this, do send word. I do enjoy Galileo's company.
Sorry, a bit confused. When you say reward for completing this, reward I would want for finding Black Razor.
Indeed.
Okay.
I don't like my workers going uncompensated for the hard work they do. So, any requests,
I will.
please do not feel embarrassed to ask.
Oh, I'll have a think. Thank you.
Well,
very much.
if Blackbeard is indeed up there, I should get back.
I mean, as much as a fight might be fun,
A sword
with the three of us and a lot of them, I think.
Indeed. Besides, I do not have swordfish with me, so I believe he would have the advantage this time.
Aye.
Well, you know how to contact me, Siasis. I hope you are treated well on your ship. Yes?
I think so.
Good. Good. I look forward to the next time we meet, my child. You see as he kind of rests both of his upper set of limbs on your shoulders, kind of looks at you intently for a moment, nods, and then kind of swims back through the portal. You see his tide kind of maintaining the concentration. You can see that's why she's probably been a bit quiet. She kind of like nods to you as well before she...
Did Galileo come through the portal at all?
Aye, he did.
Before she closes it off and they are gone. A couple of bubbles raise to the surface, but you are left again alone on the beach.
Is Galileo your seahorse?
Yeah.
I thought it was the monkey guy, and I was like, he shouldn't be underwater.
Oh yeah, you were in the room with a monkey.
I'm sorry, I remember monkey.
Yes, you're in the room with a flying monkey.
Flying monkey.
It's just flying around.
May or may not be a man in a Halloween costume. He looks just like the flying monkeys from Wizard of Oz, except slightly cuter.
And a long tail.
And definitely a man in a costume.
I'm gonna swim back to the surface and be like, oh, guys, I got great news. Look who's back.
As you like get on the ship, Fuara's there, like gun and sword drawn. Like, I had a feeling. I feel like I need to fight something.
I mean, I can punch you in the face if you really want that, Captain. But
Oh, can I do it actually? Never mind.
You can fucking try.
Who's killing Fuaro? I'll stop you. I've had a few.
It's got to take a lot to get Garv drunk.
Yeah, free booze in Blackbeard's cabin.
Yeah, fair enough.
And
Yeah,
you know,
no, Mostella is hiccuping to high heaven.
I feel like, yeah, everyone in Blackbeard's, was pretty drunk.
And like 3 open bottles of Evermead just waiting for you. Dragonfire
3 bottles is like a shot.
Dragonfire whiskey, or the lot.
I had 2 of those bottles.
I had 1, and that was enough. I didn't even eat. Cool.
So, all retire for the evening.
All retire for
back
the
to sleep.
evening.
Say Mom.
Well, I'm going to try.
A night's sleep finds you.
Garv's asleep like at the wheel of the ship, just like.
As you wake up in the morning and come to, those of you who have first arrived will notice that the Queen Anne's Revenge is gone. And is no longer there. You know the orders that you have been told to direct these guys through the Skeleton of the World, and towards the Midas territory.
Good.
Oh, what's where I
don't want to go. Oh, bless you.
Yeah, the one place we've all said we probably shouldn't go right
Yeah.
now, and we're being sent there. Wonderful.
Oh yeah, we're going to Port Royal.
We are.
Via,
No, we're not
via
stopping.
some giants.
We're not stopping in the city.
I don't need to stop in the city.
Yeah.
You won't need to be in the city. Don't worry.
I do have some things I'd like to do in the area.
I can show you on the map who would have pointed.
I would like to
Actually,
not
no,
go
there's
to
no-
the city if
Yeah.
we can avoid
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, you're allowed in the map.
I like to
You said Point Royal, and I was like, it's there.
I would very much like to avoid the city if we can.
We can.
Would we know if there's anywhere that we could dock a bit, that we didn't have to go
I mean, I
towards
don't
Port
really
Royal,
want
and we
to
could
go there,
just.
yeah.
Stella and River, go ahead and make either make an intelligence check for me. Both of you at advantage because you
Yeah, I lived there forever. So.
yeah you both spent a fair bit of time in Port
Yeah,
Royal.
I'll say for a couple of years.
Let's do this.
Oh, one of them missed.
Mine are fucking shite. Marcella just
Okay,
didn't pay attention apparently for 19
what was
years
it?
of his life.
Intelligence.
Intelligence, 15.
I
15.
also lived there.
With a 15, River, you would know that
9. Never.
most of the shoreline around here until you get up to about here where you can actually see the cliffs. Most of this is beach,
Yeah.
as is most of the stuff kind of going up around this side.
That's a detailed map.
Um,
Who drew that?
I know.
Someone cool.
And the outpost
Someone
you've been
fit,
told is around there.
Dan, there's 2 things in that area that you know I'm interested in. Could you point those out as well?
Yes.
While
So
we're at it?
outpost is there. The thing you're interested in is at the base of these mountains,
Cool.
and the other one is here.
There's some treasure on that other island.
Oh, something I totally forgot as
Yeah.
well. She would have given a nod to you, but you've seen that Bev Ruth seems to now be a member of Blackbeard's crew and not Captain Del Rio. You would have seen her maybe just in passing, and she would have given you a nod.
I don't know.
Oh, right.
I completely forgot to mention that. Sorry.
I don't know who Bev Ruth is, and I don't know who Captain Del Rio is.
Del Rio
Rio's
is the one who helped
Bad
us.
bastard. No, he's not.
Was he not?
Good bastard.
Del Rio is
Who
the
abandoned guard.
rock
old
gnome
captain.
who took
Oh,
you
the
guys.
horny guy.
Nope. He's
Oh.
the guy who took you guys to get your ship.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
Guard's old captain.
And he like
Yeah.
sailed away without guard.
So the woman that gave me this map is now on Blackbeard's ship.
Yes, Jamie, your phone is locked.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, can I get
More on that.
back in on that?
Yeah, do you
Some
wanna take, like, a
fucking
break in a minute
catfish
then?
turned
A
up
second.
as I was.
Yeah,
Shouting
so
yards.
so there's treasure somewhere here. It's a very personal treasure.
Oh, great.
I'm willing to share though, out of the goodness of my giant heart. And also, there's something I'd quite like to do in the mountains of whatever the island that Port Royal is on. Royal Island. Is there a name for the island?
It's not no.
I just ask to the sky. Is there a name? Does this island have a name?
Oh, Danny.
You see, as you as keeper, as you come out, you see this very diverse crew, all giving you strange looks. But no,
Chloe
no
getting a
no,
hungry look.
You see, you see, as this large, like 12-foot ogre is just kind of like looking at you, very confused at what you are.
Don't eat him.
Lovely to meet you.
Hello,
What's your name?
Clubber.
Hi, I'm the keeper.
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 What do you keep?
I think we'll be good friends.
Take off my glove.
He extends his like finger.
I slap the hand away.
Cool. As you slap the hand away,
Absolutely
could
fine.
you make a con save?
Oh,
Yeah, right.
that's an
16.
I must say that is very rude.
You really
Clover
don't.
throws you off the
really
ship.
don't
Just
want to
Clover
fuck with him.
Slap.
I love it. Oh.
I'm so glad we bought
He's
him.
so much fun, and he will
So
continue to
he's
be so
very,
much fun
very
until he's
tall.
absolutely
And
not any
will
fun
In that
anymore.
section, but he showed up to the lineup eating half a dog.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Oh yeah, you missed that.
Oh, also, he loves eating horse, so
Yeah.
Flip-Clop is in danger.
I like to
What's
see
your
him
favourite
try.
food?
We've told him that he's not to eat.
I would love that. Honestly, I think it would be hilarious, but if you die, we die.
I think you and I need a conversation at some point.
Also, if Clubber dies,
And then we can just start speaking in Krung like now.
You speak Grung?
I'm an emissary of the sea. I can speak to anyone that breathes water.
Ah.
I get a Poirot. Sounds like he's got a frog in his throat. Oh, I'm on fire.
You must be Cyathus. Or Cyathus.
Sayethus. Nice to meet you.
Cyathus. Alright, let's talk properly then.
Okay, how are we doing?
Jesus Christ, this order is at £107.
Oh man. Well, good luck, Jamie.
Do you want me to put it on my card? Never trust
I'm wondering if you've spoken to Jin Zarem recently.
I'm kidding you.
I mean, I send him messages
Can I
every
get
now and then. What would that be about?
card details off my heart. So.
That's what I'm wondering. What are you talking to Jin Zarem about?
Uh, Listen, my job is to scout the world and have a look for anything that would be of importance for his cause.
His cause? Does he have a personal stake in Jin Zarem?
Do I have a personal stake in
No,
Jinzarem?
I
Or
do.
does you have a
I
personal
do.
stake in Jinzarem? What is the personal stake in Jinzarem?
I was there.
Oh! You were?
I was.
At the big
The big.
war.
Mm-hmm.
What did you think?
I don't think it should happen again.
Oh no. What is going on? Don't
Oh.
like this.
Okay. Why?
I mean, my secrets are my secrets, and your secrets are your secrets.
I mean, I can hazard a guess that because you work for Blackbeard, you probably don't want Jinzarem having a Kraken on side, but that would just be a guess.
A guess. A well-educated guess at that.
Mm. As you can imagine, I'm in favour, but we can agree to disagree.
Agree to disagree. Can we at least agree to be civil in front of everyone else?
I mean, I just stopped you getting eaten by whatever the fuck that thing is, so I think we're probably fine.
I put the glove back on. I put my hand out.
Got two scholars having a really intense debate.
You see,
Yeah, that was really good.
Conversation.
Just none of us have any idea what they're talking about.
Oh, there's something wrong. Yeah, you guys.
Yeah,
Yeah, we have no idea.
I'm also gonna guess detect thoughts.
Cool. So as you had it up and prying deeper, could you make a wisdom saving throw? DC 16, I believe.
Wisdom saving throw,
Yeah.
18.
Yeah, you feel as this creature tries to probe deeper, much how Blackbeard successfully did, but you managed to have the mental fortitude to push him back.
We shook hands. You die. Try that again.
I'll find another time.
Oh, inspiration for both of you.
Yeah, really good.
I had it.
Bloody
Can I have stacking?
intense.
Or can I give it to Nem?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, thanks!
Can I give it to you, Dan?
No.
Oh, damn it.
You take your inspiration, you'll like it.
Can I stack it?
Yeah, right, you're only in for the session, so I'll
Yeah.
be lenient.
Some aggression.
Just need to outstretch my legs.
No.
I genuinely.
I think we
Nice
all just
chat.
touched.
Wonderful. This is not Welsh at all. Confused with fishes. Very nice talking to you too. Pleasure to have you boss.
Do you want to hit that fan up to off?
Yeah, it's getting a little bit chilly.
Do you want to turn that one off too?
Yeah.
There we go.
We did it chilly. I'm fucking
I
bacon
know
over
it was
it.
silent
I can
until it
hear
was
our
silent.
voices.
Oh wow. Damn.
That is actually
That's
quite
actually
odd.
a TS
Yeah, can we have
wow.
some
by the way.
background fucking
Sound of
noise?
silence.
We get some bangarang.
They call me BS Elliot.
Can someone put
That's
bang
all I'm
around
saying.
in the background?
Yes, Elliot.
Anything else for the morning?
No, it was lit.
Gav's a
It was
bit
lit.
hungover.
Of course.
So is Mastella.
I'm gonna sit at the front.
Mastella like
What
falls
else
Pull
out.
out my little sturdy.
Mastella falls out of one of Garv's shoes.
Can we have a visual representation of Steady Hurdy Gurdy, please?
Visual representation.
Yes, of a Steady Hurdy Gurdy.
I'm not going to say
It's got a crank.
At this
Is it
point,
the thing that the guy has in Ocarina of Time?
I don't know. I've not played it.
Okay. Majora's Mask?
at this point, I will have told everyone what that thing does.
Oh, what does?
What the Sturdy Hurdy-Gurdy
What
is.
does it do?
What with its spells, like feeble mind and mental imprison
Oh.
and all of that. I'd have told everyone.
Good.
Cool.
Just so
Rethink
we're
that as
all
well,
aware.
You see, go ahead and make a performance check.
Oh, that
Performance
weird.
check.
Man. That fucking weird.
Oh,
And did I?
Steady hurdy-gurdy.
No, I did not.
With your hurdy-gurdy, you do have
oh wow.
Yeah, so I get advantage, don't I?
It's not advantage, you get your
Nice.
proficiency bonus doubled, so it's...
Double. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So I believe you have plus 12 to this?
Yeah,
No,
that's
it's 16.
Nice.
So that is 21.
So you're level boy. You see his keeper sits on the front of the ship and plays a very lovely and soothing melodic tune. Just
Joe,
as you guys
I
begin
assume this is a
sailing.
real thing that exists in real life. Is this a string instrument? What is it?
It's a string instrument. So it's like it feels the same thing as a violin, but instead of having a bow that you use yourself, it has a circular bow that runs along the strings
Oh, that's
that you
sick.
crank.
Yeah, I've heard of them before, but I've never known what they are. That's really cool.
Does it require more or less skill to play than a regular violin?
To play, not as much skill, but you have to set it up in keys.
Ah.
So you have to tune wires individually to different keys.
Interesting.
That's cool, man.
It's more of a faff, really.
It's easier, but it's a bit of a faff.
I've already done.
No, this is more the timing.
Oh,
That's when.
cool.
Yep.
All good.
What time is it now?
About 45 minutes from now.
Yeah.
I believe I owe whoever paid £14.
I
Should I play in the
owe
background?
£20.
I owe 3.
It's all good. Okay.
So,
No,
Should I play in the background?
And everyone
you
watching
begin to set sail.
shows me a light colour.
Yep.
As you go through, you see a pass that none of you have probably travelled through before, as the toll is quite expensive. But you see as shipwrecks are lining the walls of this rather narrow passage. Narrow in the sense that it's only maybe a couple of 100 feet wide, if that. And you see various masts and hulls and figureheads just poking out from various rocks and the ship and the sea down below. You get the sense that there's quite a lot of shipwrecks here, probably in the hundreds.
I am actively, if day or night, I'm out right now actively looking for giants.
Make a perception check.
Out here looking for giants. That's pretty nice. 24.
So as you go through, it takes about 2 days, I believe, to get through the pass. As you're going through and just narrowly kind of weaving between the ships. It's fairly easy, being that you've got time to do so, so no check is required, and the weather doesn't seem to affect this pass too much. Although there is a point where you get about halfway through where you see a storm begin to roll in and coalesce. No lightning strikes seem to come down towards the ground, but you do see as lightning is to crackle within it. As you kind of like get excited by the storm naturally as you do, storm doesn't seem natural. And you see just sat on one of the cliff faces, this rather large figure, very pale skin, wispy white hair, this large greatsword kind of buried into the rock, just kind of arm on a knee, seems to be eating something. Just kind of looks at your ship as it passes. You see that this is a cloud giant, as they are just looking, just watching and waiting to see you pass.
Fire the main guns.
What did you get total for your perception?
24.
Cool. That's a crit fail. So everyone else will also notice as you're kind of going through and like looking over the edge of the ship to kind of like see if there's any kind of debris that you're going to go against. You also do see a storm giant. That male storm giant doesn't seem to be the leader of this group, but seems to be just swimming along underneath your ship, just kind of keeping tabs and watching. As you notice them, they are pretty big. Storm giants are about 26 feet tall. You see as they're going, and you may even lock eyes at some point. He certainly acknowledges that you are there, but doesn't seem to do anything.
Hey, go wrestling.
26 feet tall.
Yes. They are the biggest of the
A
giants.
fucking whale,
Yeah.
underneath them.
They are.
How tall is it?
About 26 feet. They are huge.
I'm
They are
gonna-
the biggest of the giants.
I'm going to tie a very long rope to a part of the ship,
Yeah.
and then tie the other end around like my waist, or I guess like to my bandolier or something. Clothes off, I'm diving in.
So you dive on in. Say you've got like 100-foot length of rope.
I follow suit, but just to make sure that Galileo's still there, and then go back up.
He is indeed. He is hugging underneath the ship pretty much.
In giant, I am going to try and communicate to this guy that's swimming kind of below the ship.
You see as he's just doing these very big strokes, just propelling himself forward, kind of turns towards you.
I'm just kind of letting the ship take me and just like kind of sat in the water. Just how's it? You're a storm giant.
As are you.
Not quite, but I appreciate the.
No, you are.
Oh. Okay.
You do not know our clan.
I don't. No.
What do you know of the Ordning, brother?
I know that storm giants are the best. They're just the tits.
Your kind, half-breeds, dwarf giants.
Yeah. Dwergjoten.
What of them?
I know enough. I'm one. I'm trying to do the trial of the Dwergjoten.
Which is the doggy paddle.
Stroking, yeah. Mad respect on the swimming, by the way.
I'm just like sending him careening his character to take guard. Battering him.
I'm about. Well, hopefully, I'm going to be starting the trials soon. I was just wondering. I came down here to have a bit of a chat. Sounds like you're quite a informed bloke. I was wondering if you happen to know anything about the Storm Giant trial.
Something that's never concerned me. Our
I
clan
assume
is
so.
unique. You see the cloud giant on the shore.
I do, yes.
We care not for the Ordning. The Ordning is Tosh. A structure to keep storm giants like myself on top, oppressing the others. Our clan allows anyone, dwarf giant or not.
I like that. That's nice. I'm doing it more of like a journey of self-discovery kind of thing.
Like a gap year.
Somewhat like a gap year. I just, yeah, I want to be, considered, you know, a real giant by most. And while I respect your tribe's ways of including all, I assume that most giant clans do not feel that way.
No. Though soon they will be in the minority.
Yes. Well, I want to prove them wrong. You know, I'm a small guy out there doing it for a small guy.
Prowess? That's what she values above.
Absolutely brutal from Estella there.
I'm pretty good in the fight, I'd say. You know, had a bit of experience. I'm a bodyguard actually right now.
What's the best thing you've killed?
The best thing I've killed. As in like my personal favourite, or like the toughest thing I've killed.
Whatever comes to mind.
I swear to God.
I tackled a demon off a boat. That was pretty sick. I didn't kill it. My god did. Fulmar, big Fulmar supporter.
She worships Fulmar as well. You'd get on.
Who's this? Your master?
Yes.
Lord of the Tolls? Toll keeper?
My name's Lord of the Tolls.
Hey, Lord of the Tolls. Your tail's on fire.
They call me that. It's man the toll roads. It's actually like
Just
just our
thought you
entire
wanted to
society
know.
together.
He says to you, obviously in China, Ozal Fura Dod, or in the common tongue, the chieftain of death.
Oh, sounds great.
Sounds
Sounds fun.
Yeah.
She believes all giants are equal, and that one day the hierarchy of the ordering and those who sit on top, the nobles of Reef, will one day fall.
Does he really?
Right. Totally support that. That's great. I'm an equal opportunities kind of guy. Right. What could I arrange some kind of meeting with this Ozal?
Continue tackling demons, Dvergjoten, and you may get to meet her at some point. She meets the strong, the mighty. She's
I aim
always
to be
watching-
both of those.
Always watching this pass.
One day you'll know me as the strongest person to set foot in Kal'Himaar.
One day.
One day.
Easy kind of carries on swimming.
I tugged the rope twice. I didn't tell anyone to pull me out, but I just kind of swim.
Mustela starts pulling. He's like, oh, it's Garth. Okay, yeah.
She's got a trouser. Hand over hand. You did quite well to manage your weight.
I'm just like... just like bashing against the side of the boat. Oh, thank you.
I was going to win the I'm a bodyguard right now. To a really important guy like, Gav, I've got a splinter. Get it out.
I guess I'll have seen this.
Yeah, if anyone who'd watched would have seen Garb jump off, and then if you'd looked over, you'd have seen him just conversing with this giant underwater.
That's cool, man.
He dives off. Most of this crew dive off quite regularly. It's a normal occurrence.
I'm gonna try and
join
pull
the
him
crew and
Garth
I'll
to
try
one
and kick him
side
off.
when I can. If I can catch him in private, then that'll be good. But
how's it? Keeper.
The keeper.
The keeper. Okay, okay.
I've never seen quite so good at swimming.
I'm pretty good at swimming. I
pull up my glove and hold on my hand.
It felt weird last time I did. Would I know that anything like was weird about that the last time?
Make a nature check, I guess.
Oh. Nature 19.
Yeah, something fell off.
Something felt a bit weird when I touched you last time, but
I just thought you want a bit of privacy in our conversation.
I do. What languages do you speak?
Grungan Common.
Okay, right.
I'm going to make sure that I'm stood.
Make a con save.
How far away do I need to be?
Well, this is
23 feet.
I'm going to be 22 feet away from this conversation.
I'll choose the fella.
Cool. So yeah, you are now charmed and can speak and understand Grung for the next minute.
And now I've got a frog in my throat. See you later. That's all I was here for.
Very good.
I walk over and just run my wing across his face, just like, nope, I'm in.
What are you talking to down there?
There's a storm giant. Nice bloke actually. He's quite friendly. Told me about the leader of his group of the people who take the toll here. Said it was a storm giant who doesn't believe in the ordning, which is interesting. I've never met a giant really who's not been interested in that.
Oh really? You seem like quite a tall fellow yourself.
For someone of medium size, I'm quite tall.
Oh okay.
But I was brought up with the thought that you should aim to be as strong and as big and as tough as you can be, and that's something I aspire to. and there's certain things in this world I think I can do to achieve what I want.
I'm gonna cast detect thoughts.
Cool. Make a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw 21.
You feel as your friend Keeper tries to probe into your mind, but you manage to.
Oh, don't like that. What was that?
See, I feel like we're becoming fast-growing friends.
You're right.
And
For a small thing.
I don't like keeping secrets from my friends.
I do.
Do you?
Yeah.
Do
I
you
keep secrets from most of my friends.
Do you keep secrets from
Did you
most
see
of the
me?
crew?
Did you see me earlier? I tried to oh, you weren't here for that actually. No, don't worry.
Oh no. Okay. Well,
If you're gonna fuck with someone, I wouldn't fuck with him.
Big
are you saying that?
Ingrung, yeah.
Wrong. Oh, hello.
Just
You
their
also
arms like
understand.
this.
No.
Oh, what's his deal?
You can cast detect thoughts.
I've noticed something going on in my head. I don't really understand that though.
It's like having the bystander on the ship, just more annoying.
And smaller.
Oh, I see you became acquaintances with the bystander. Isn't he lovely?
He is. But yeah, I've got nothing to hide. I'm after the trial of the Dvergoten to. It's a trial that Goliaths go through to prove themselves worthy of regular giants.
Wow. That's quite a noble goal.
Oh well, I think so.
I'm at this point stood relatively nearby with Clash, just going. Do you understand a word any of them are saying?
A ribbit,
No.
cloak.
About this time, the charm fades. You don't know you were charmed, but you go back to your regular self.
I feel less inclined to tell you things now. I walk off.
That's fair enough.
Yeah.
While we're going through all of these shipwrecks, can Mastella just be keeping an eye out to see if he can see like anything shiny that might be salvageable?
Yeah, sure. Make a perception check.
I will.
You see our friendship?
Our friendship is shiny and
Not
salvageable.
salvageable, man.
Perception, yeah?
Yeah.
My perception's poor. It's 8.
Nothing catches your eye. You see these shipwrecks. There are some that have masts that have been clearly snapped off. It seems that these shipwrecks have been here quite a while and
Yes,
are
it's probably
picked
not a
pretty clean.
Do we see the skunt nuggler anywhere?
You do not. No.
No, the Scott
That ship is
hasn't.
unsinkable.
Yeah. Just wait, we'll get it.
You see a bunch of floating kobolds.
They're gnolls, actually.
Oh, okay, sorry.
But yeah, this as you travel through this pass, the storm seems to persist. It seems to almost follow you through the pass.
Garb is loving it. He's so hyped.
So this is full Mars work then?
Isn't everything?
Make a.
I love how
No.
gay fucking
You
Garb
could,
is for
you could make a straight intelligence check for me. There's a small
Yeet.
chance you'd know about something.
Intelligence 16.
Nope.
Okay.
You don't know
too
about
small of a
anything.
chance. You don't know shit. You dumb fuck. Yeah, do you even fucking study
Seems-
full
It
mark?
seems to be a storm.
Damn. Also, just touch that there.
So as you go through this pass, you go through unhindered. About 2-3 days later, you come out the other side into the divide, the entrance into Midas territory.
Lovely. Watch out for the enormous octopus on the map.
So,
Be on your
what
guard
course
here.
what route are you guys taking?
And he's doing it.
Straightforward.
Yeah.
Cool. I need to see.
This-
Are we planning on circling around to like
This
the
is
back of the
Havana,
island?
isn't it?
That is Havana.
We should avoid that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah? Why is that?
Let me reverse.
Lots of reasons.
Yeah, many.
Yeah.
Many.
Many reasons.
It
I
is
think
the
aiming-
most densely populated city on the material plane.
And it's a minor city.
Aim for
Oh,
there.
and it's also
and
where
then
I was.
come up that way.
It's where I
Okay.
escaped.
We are
headed.
That's where we
1,
met.
2, 3.
Let's go down memory lane and
Yeah.
stock up.
And then 2 days travel away from Havana.
At any time.
I think we should be. I honestly think it would be smarter to go.
But presumably we want to be round.
We want to be on the
We want to be
bottom side
round.
of
Yeah,
Port
we want to be
Royale,
like on the
probably.
southwest corner of the island
Yeah, we
in
wanna
order to
come
walk
in
to the
down
outpost
here.
without going through Port Royale.
Could we not go this way then?
Yeah, we could just track along the coast there.
Yeah.
What's on that? Do we know anything about that island there?
Um, the Midas pair, or pair that come from Port Royal, but you can make an intelligence check for me.
The Midas pair. The Midas double agents. Tell us what
we're called.
Dan, Annie came
I
to Port
I
Royal
also
as well.
did.
Did you say
But I don't know whether I had to
Advent?
be there at a certain time.
No, this is out on your life as well. The time you live there, so you can also make an intelligence check.
Advantage or
Yeah. It's not a secret.
what's it check for? Sorry.
Just a straight intelligence.
Oh, wow.
15.
Cool. I just come in at a solid 9.
9. So River, you're not really sure of this place. Mustela, you know of this place. Nem? 13. Cool. You've heard the name. You know a little bit more about it. It's called Kal'Himaar Cerulean. It's a small settlement that is exclusively for like the rich of the rich within Midas. There are the Midas upper crust, and then there are the people who live in Kal'Himaar Cerulean. They are the people who so rich that their families will probably never need to work again, no matter how far down the generational kind of line that you go. It is insanely heavily guarded, has the best luxuries that you could imagine, and the biggest houses that you probably ever see, or would ever see if you could get in.
Yes, of course, Mr. Navales.
Feeling a
We're
little
going
bit
raiding.
Che Guevara
Okay,
around
I've got
here.
another idea. Just all the way around.
But yeah, the entrance to Kal'Himaar Cerulean is not
All the way.
That's a long way.
We got
60
The
days.
entrance is a big
Yeah,
prison.
the entrance to Kal'Himaar is inside this little thing, so going near it here wouldn't go past.
No,
it.
it's just at the northern end of the island. We avoid that.
Yeah,
way.
I think just going up here.
Yeah.
So
That's going to be like the main
what do you want
trading
then?
route, though.
Straight along.
Well, we just
and
take
up
the
River,
take our flags down.
You know
Yeah.
about trading routes.
Yeah, would I know if there's a key trading route, presumably between that rich ass place and Port Royal?
You know the main trade route there is from... Actually, yeah, you pretty securely know that. Every month or so they tend to have a huge shipment of goods go in, and they tend to have exotic goods go in semi-regularly.
Going this way.
You'd also know that it's quite common knowledge that Havana and Port Royal have quite a large trading route as well between them.
Yes,
Right,
between
so,
there and there.
Something else.
So I think going up here, avoiding here, and then because anything coming from there would come this way as well. I think if we just try and get here and then come up onto the beach there.
Yeah.
Or further around even. Just say it's far away from Port Royal.
The only thing is, we're on a ship and we need a port.
We can just dock off land. We've
Need
got
a
2
port.
keel boats.
We
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another thing to point out as we're planning, we need disguises.
Do we need? Are we going to be interacting with people at this place that are not going to like?
It holds many trading secrets we'll need to integrate
But it's-
and infiltrate.
Okay, so it's definitely Midas space, not just some like shady.
Oh, it's minus shit.
Okay.
Should I go do something else while you guys are doing this? I've got things to do on this island.
Is there a potion that can make you look sort of smaller,
what
more
island?
normal?
I'm not drinking anything that makes me smaller.
Right.
What about something that makes you much, much taller?
Oh, that I'm game for. In
Fantastic.
fact, that's entirely what I'm going for.
More conspicuous is definitely the right way to go.
I just think if we dress down a little bit, so we don't look quite as piratey in some of our cases, we should be alright. Because we've got Mustela and he's like showing colours, so they'll.
I'm not fucking head.
Also, there's a treasure. Do we want to go there first or second?
Let's go there first.
Second.
I think second.
I think second. You know,
But
but
if we need to leave in a hurry.
Yeah, if Blackbeard knows that we have already got his thing sorted, he will want it both days. So we should do that.
But also, we don't want him to catch wind that he's not top priority.
I mean,
Keeper. What's the urgency on a quest like this?
You said 60
The urgency.
You've got 60 days.
Like Blackbeard said, you have 60 days, as long as you have what he needs. It's all fine.
I was about a bit of hush money.
Really freaks me out, that thing. We'll talk about that later.
How willing to take a bribe are you?
Not
Don't.
I'm open.
There we go then.
Insight the shit out of that.
Deception or persuasion, whichever.
Absolutely
you're
inside that as
16.
well. There's no way I'm trusting that, and I'm in this combo. Oh yes, thank you.
In this combo.
19.
Cool.
Just assuming that was a lie. Alright, gonna check it. Just gonna assume.
I would say.
Oh yeah, we know.
I love when you two are like toe to toe. This is
You
so
don't.
exciting.
What'd you get?
What was it, your insight?
19.
Less than that.
Mine's 21.
Nice.
We don't know.
It's hard to read. Very
He
happy.
rolled a fucking 4.
Hell yeah.
College of Whispers, man.
Oh, fuck. Amazing, man.
Right.
I need to get there.
Your fucking expertise in deception, like.
God, maybe let's. Regardless, let's save the bribes for when we need them. Hey.
Well, now seems like a polluted time.
Whether Blackbeard is your priority or not, as long as you get what he needs.
Exactly.
Well,
Yes.
there's some treasure nearby, and we're pirates. It'd be a shame to see it go to some other pirates if we don't, act upon it soon.
How long do you think it will take to procure this
I've got
treasure?
a map. I think I know more or less exactly where it is. Yes.
I can't read maps.
There's a cave and a sword, and there's a tomb, and there's a coffin in the tomb, and that's where the treasure is.
As much as I'd love to go through a tomb, what's to stop Blackbeard going, oh, by the way, I want that as well?
That's kind of my worry.
And who are we to say no? Because
Uh,
it's fucking Blackbeard.
he didn't ask for it, so...
He didn't, but he might.
That's true of everything we own.
This is also true. But if it's a treasure worth looking for, it might be a treasure that he wants.
Agreed, but I've also now said it out loud in front of this guy, so he knows where it is now, so we kind of have to go.
It was slightly unbecoming to explain exactly what's on the map.
Let's say...
Yeah, I didn't really think that through.
No.
Let's say some of this treasure somehow goes to your lovely friend, the Keeper. Blackbeard doesn't have to know.
I'm walking away from this, I don't trust a fucking thing.
I imagine he'll find out.
We're pirates. You can't blame us for going for treasure.
I'm surprisingly with you on this.
Thank you. The moral compass is on my side. We're going.
I want to do it, but I think we should do the do the other stuff first.
I'm just worried if we get spotted there, that's going to be bad. We're going to want to get out of there quickly.
Yeah, right.
I mean, you are the captain, aren't you?
Oh, he's an ego stroker. Fuck you.
Now we're doing what the Keeper wants.
I kicked the thing off the boat. Swim.
Alright, let's go for this treasure.
It can swim! At some point. I'm going to try.
So we're going here now.
Let's go there. As he says, last thing we want is to have the entire navy on our backs as we leave.
Now that we're going, there you go, Fuaro. You can have a look at
thank
that.
you, sir. Ah, yes. This appears to be some form of map.
Appears to be upside down, so.
Certainly a
Appears to be-
crudely
yes.
drawn one.
I don't know.
What are you looking for?
So it's around there. Okay. Alright. Yes, I trust the map to you. I believe you can get us there.
Yep, I think so too.
Good.
Just
I share a look with you like, are we both lying here? Are we?
I was like the Duke of Edinburgh.
I'm sure it will become obvious when we're there.
We have 2 navigators. Give it to one of them, please.
Oh yeah, you can have a look at this. It's a map. You deal with maps?
I mean, I'm fairly aware of maps.
The concept
this
of
is this is a map. I need to be honest, it's more detailed than half the shit I'd use when I used to work. Yeah, it should be fine.
There we go. He said it.
Let's go for it.
Alright, sounding good.
Cool. So
And yeah, you never know. We might run into my goons to
I do
procure
love
their
running into
clothing.
goons.
Mm.
I think they've got
Oh,
clothes
yes.
we can steal.
I mean, again, we've already got one outfit.
You are going to be the hardest to disguise.
Ah, yeah.
I don't know how many of their coats are going to fit you.
Several.
Several stitched together.
Oh, we could do like a whole. Have you seen the play Star Wars?
It's one of my favourites.
I could be like Chewbacca, the friendly bugbear.
Chewbacca, the friendly bugbear.
God damn. Love that.
Yeah.
That's a Shakespeare, isn't it?
throw back to a joke from earlier.
If you don't understand that, rip.
You don't understand that?
It's in the chat.
That's in the chat if you don't understand what's going on.
Yeah.
Fucking get me on.
Right, let's
So we've got a bearing plan?
yes,
Have we a heading, Captain?
we have a heading towards where that map is.
Cool.
But that's to me.
Yes.
To
Head to me!
Silas, you're our navigator for the day. Set us a course, Mr. Scythus.
Okay,
We glitch out the map and we fall through it.
We are underwater. There is nothing beneath us but sky. Everything is wrong.
Open a command prompt, no clip.
There east, I guess. To
There east.
there.
We sail.
Cool. So, checks from everybody. I'll do
Everybody do them checks.
Everybody checks. What we checking?
your various crew duties. So, navigation, manning the ship.
24 on
How
sailing.
well
Kick it back.
Crew doing
How
this
well
shit.
we
Kick back,
keep
relaxing.
them playing the hurdy-gurdy
in your bucket.
Playing the hurdy-gurdy in my bucket.
Tactics.
I'm
I've
going
decided
to use
intimidation
Find
today.
point of inspiration there, because that was
Yes, same.
fucking shit.
That's much better. There we go. It's 20.
Legendary 2s, that's brilliant. My ship steering is poor.
Mine's fine, it's 23. My navigating roll is 23.
24.
Cool.
We need.
What's Mostella's intelligence and proficiency bonus?
Here's intelligence bonus. Hang on, he's got two numbers. He's got a 0 and a +4. That's mad.
Oh, it's
confusing.
+4 because he's got the headband of intellect on.
Sweet. And what was the other one, sorry?
Proficiency.
Proficiency bonus.
+7.
So,
Not natural 20 for Mostella.
Nice.
And you guys can do your crew
Yep, done.
thing again.
I intimidated them at 19.
Cool.
I persuaded them with a non-natural 20.
Nice.
I got 6s for my
I see how this is developing. Kind of
steering
I think that
checks.
works. You kind of scare them, and I kind of like.
So with the
Hey,
with the
like
carrot
this.
and the stick kind of method, the good navigation steering. Garv, when you're kind of like on the nighttime kind of shift, you just
I phone it in, honestly.
yeah, a feeling that rarely comes to you. Just you get maybe like the shake just from being near Havana or knowing that you're in Midas waters again. That kind of rage bubbling under the surface. But the weather seems to be fairly clear. You seem to have been quite lucky in the rolls that I did.
How many
It's
days travel?
clear nights. So you guys will
We're just bearing.
So one, two, three. If you did 5, 6, it's probably taking like 6 or 7. So you probably move about one more.
Up now and go along the coast over here.
Try not to crash.
As it reaches the as it reaches the
No, yes,
seven-
but no, the pirate flags are down. We are not showing any colours.
Yeah.
Cool. As you guys are sailing, you get to about the 6th or 7th day. Crew have been fairly hush hush. Just kind of some nerves about the crew, kind of just generally being knowing that they're going into Midas waters. There's been a small dispute with Clubber about getting hungry and wanting to eat Clip Clop.
Oh God!
Easily quelled.
How do you feel about Frog?
Off the back of your twos.
Too small.
Fair enough.
Big frog.
How many days? Sorry.
Well, I mean, he's bigger than a normal frog. You want a horse-sized frog, didn't he? Yeah, alright. If we find one, you can have it.
In theory,
Yeah.
I could just like conjure a few horses. Like, what CR is a horse?
Right.
Like,
If
if
you
you
take
take
a potion of growth,
that
you
maybe
will
even
grow
zero,
to the
I
grand size
Yeah,
of the
like,
same
I
height as
can-
me.
Sure, a little
It's
small.
like just
you?
a basic horse, not a war
Tall
horse.
as a table.
And that's
A
Yeah,
riding
exactly. So you're double in size.
Damn it! I was really hoping to be the first person to play a tiny character. Sorry.
He's not tiny, he's only small.
Oh, is he?
Yeah,
I'm
cool.
small,
Good.
but not tiny.
A riding horse, if I can find that fucking page, is CR quarter.
Cool. I like
Don't do it.
8 fey horses a day.
But they're not. They'll disappear when they die.
He's not smart enough to know he's not eating them.
I mean, he will when they dissipate when he bites into them.
You can eat my raven and I'll gain an advantage on attack rolls against him for 24 hours.
Oh.
That's brilliant. We feed him and you can discipline him after.
Yeah, and then the raven will come back the next morning.
And that works.
I don't think my raven's flesh and blood with it.
No, so as he would bite it, it would dissipate and he wouldn't get any food.
He's definitely tried as well.
So one day I'll try the horse thing and just see if he's
Never just
happy
watch
that
it,
he's
no.
at least eating the horses.
Yeah, you see as he look kind of like, you see as he goes over to it, and just kind of like, and just breaks the neck and goes to bite into it, and it kind of dissipates and.
If you had giant insect, that would work well.
No, this is such a bad
Yeah,
move.
stop.
You're making him
Getting
angry.
so frustrated.
I just throw sausages at him.
That's just swing a dex check. Yeah, he catches a few of them.
Aw.
In
Otherwise
his
it's
big
sort
ass
of like-
fucking mouth.
The other ones just like land on him and he just leaves them there.
Covered in sauce.
He takes one of the horses and just puts it in his pouch.
How big is the pouch?
Oversized.
Horse size, clearly.
Yeah. Big enough. So you
It's
get
a tent.
Specifically for
you get
How many days?
You've got a
have
wig
I
wearing
got
into
as a
it.
payment?
7. You get to the 7th day as you're going, and it's daytime, so I guess you'd be about. And yeah, with your passive perception, as always, on the horizon you see a ship that is just very slowly getting bigger. It's not beelining for you, but it's kind of coming at an angle.
Did anyone have a telescope?
You would probably have a telescope on board.
Again, there's no one can get in the crow's nest anymore out of fear.
Oh, I don't really mind them that much.
No one's seen them since they got on the ship. They're just up there, and we don't know what they're doing.
Every now and again, there's just like.
Those
Oh,
two jester-looking fucks.
We've got some clowns.
You got clowns.
We got 2 of them.
They're
And the captain of his own ship won't even go up to his own crew.
I mean, I'd go up, but it's.
Hey, short ass, come with me, and I'll drag him up as we go up the crow's nest so I can have a look.
So you go up and you see these 2 very live female figures wrapped in leathers with these jester masks on, various blades across them, and they kind of look towards you. Seth, I believe we are yet to meet.
Hi.
Don't
I'm
touch
the
him.
keeper. I'll keep my gloves on.
No,
Cool.
yeah,
You
okay,
see that
that's
their
fine.
hands are also wrapped as well, and they shake. Both shake, very light touches. How may we be of service?
There's a ship coming towards us, so I was just gonna have a look, not to worry, and I do that.
Cool. Make a perception check at advantage.
Guidance. It's gone pretty well. Perception, you say?
Yes.
That's 23.
23. Cool. As you scope up and have a look, you see the colours of Midas. You see the big blue sail with the coin symbol with the profile of Oriel Dawnmaker on the front.
Can I get a gauge of how big the ship is?
You can. The ship seems to be bigger than yours, but not like a lot bigger. It seems to be about 75 feet from bow to stern. And it seems to be of I wrote down somewhere there, it seems to be of a brig style build, which is a size 2 ship.
What are we in currently?
Size 1, which is a schooner. You see it has a fairly well-manned crew aboard, all kind of wearing Midas colours. You see a gentleman kind of stood towards the back of the ship at the wheel, kind of firmly in both hands. Seems to be a dwarven gentleman. Seems to have kind of general kind of leathers on, this long Midas cloak. Seems to have some kind of weapon to his side, although it's a bit far away for you to see. And he's just kind of like steering the ship. You see he's got a small bird kind of perched on his shoulder, just kind of steering the ship. This big kind of red beard and shaved head. You see the crew just kind of going about general work. A person up in the crow's nest also kind of like looking out, kind of looking in your general direction, although there doesn't seem to be any urgency about the ship, but they definitely seem to have noticed that there is another ship there at least. However, the thing that catches your eye more than anything is that on the side of the outside of the ship, there seems to be a figure, a humanoid figure, just clutching onto one of the gun ports, just there, waiting, obfuscated in black.
Check both of the jokers are still there.
You can see
The 2 that you were just speaking to, you turn around and one's gone. Look back and the guy's like...
You see as this figure begins to kind of crawl along the side of the ship, go up towards the edge, and you see as someone is kind of just there, and they reach up and pull them down, do a motion across their neck, and then drop them into the water, and no one seems to notice, and they carry on holding on.
This is. We need to not get near that.
Yeah.
Fucking dope.
No.
Before I hasn't noticed this, I sort of sidle up to Garv and be like, "You'll be a really good Midas disguise if we had a Midas ship."
That is a good disguise. What's that in the distance?
You know, I think it's a Midas ship, my friend.
That was fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So it is.
Is the name of the ship painted on the side?
As it's coming to, it's technically painted on the back as it's coming towards you. You cannot see the name of the ship.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I'm gonna keep watching for just a little bit longer, just to see how many more people get picked off.
You see one or two. This person seems to be, as you just look and kind of keep the spyglass trained on them, they seem to be very patient and they seem to be very good at what they are doing, and they seem to be taking their time with this.
All hands.
That's what's going on.
We've not been told
Raise
anything.
the mizzen. Shall I ring the bell?
Alright.
Not
I mean,
yet.
I've not told you a single thing of what's going on yet, so
They've seen the ship.
We've seen a ship.
Yeah, we've seen a ship with Midas colours.
it's still quite far away.
Yeah, we'll just...
We're all just going.
Yeah, for now we'll
there.
just avoid the thing. So there's an there's an assassin that's picking up people off the boat.
What ship is it?
It's a ship level 2 brig. It's Midas.
Midas.
Aye. Is this your fellas doing?
Let me have a look. Alright, have a look.
I'll perch you up on the crow's
Yeah,
nest
cool.
so
Thank
can
you.
see.
Make a perception at advantage.
While he's looking there, he falls off.
Take some guidance as well, you little shit. Not that you need it.
So an extra d4.
An extra D4. Somewhere in this box. Thank you. So 17 plus that's 25.
Yeah, so you see the same scene as side of the siege. You see this figure hanging onto the side and picking off their targets very, very patiently and one by one.
Do I know anything about
Just
this?
follow it and wait till he's done.
Don't recognise colours, don't recognise the figure. Seems to be humanoid, definitely humanoid, but apart from that, it's hard to pick out. This person is very much obfuscated. And kind of
Caiaphas
rogue
is having
and
bells ringing in his head. The blackguard, the cool people that we met.
The blackguard.
The blackguard. I mean, there's just a person like covered in black, but this fits the bill at the moment.
Fits the same description from the distance, yeah.
I honestly have no clue.
Taking the telescope back and just continuing to look with that in mind.
As you continue, look, you see that the face is completely obfuscated. It's hard to pick out any details. Go ahead and make one more perception check at advantage for me. There could be one more thing you'd pick out, but it's a hard one. I'll say that.
It's not gone very well, but it's still not bad. So it's 14 plus perception, yeah?
Yeah.
21.
Same details. You don't seem to pick out anything else that would be signifies as to what this person is or who they are. But
Okay.
yeah, again, they seem to certainly be offing one or two Midas agents on this ship.
The less
Shame.
Midas, the better, I'd say.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think I might agree with you there. In fact, I know I do, I just want to be a dick.
I appreciate the honesty.
You're welcome. I'll report everything down to HQ.
You come down and it's just us loading all the cannons, like, oh, that's not fun.
I mean, it could be one of the blackguards, so it might be nice to see blackguard, so it might be nice to see one of them again.
True.
Or it could be someone who's just in it for themselves, and they might just kill us.
You know what they're doing, though?
They are killing Midas.
They're killing Midas, and they're leaving their bodies with full uniform just in the ocean behind them.
The ship's coming towards us, isn't it?
Kind of, yeah. So it's say if you're here, it's coming at an angle. So it is in a general direction, so it will pass by you at some point.
There's also a plethora of uniforms on board.
And just a ship with the colours that we need.
True, but this guy's being very patient, and by the time it gets to us, he might have only picked off 2 more people.
But the difference is he does not have the advantage of secrecy. With us, we know he's there.
So he doesn't have a whole clue. He seems to just be himself. Is this not what you said?
I've only seen one.
Okay.
That does not mean they're working alone.
Aren't I? We throw clubber at it.
The thing is, he can
None of us
kill all of the men that he wants. He cannot steer a ship by himself.
I for starters think that some of the crew slightly more capable in water should possibly pop down and grab some discarded uniforms.
We'll have to go past the ship to do that, though.
I can go under.
That's what I'm saying.
And
Swim on by.
Ships are considerably faster than the rate I can swim at.
That's actually a really good idea. Yeah, I'm off
Cool. Thanks, Cythus.
Of course, you dive in.
Just for flavour, as we're jumping off, I'll go up to the crow's nest first, just so I can get a bit more of a leap off. But as I'm going, plesiosaur.
So you see a Cythus mid-air begins to transform into this beast that none of you have probably seen before. This large, I don't know what period, so you'll say Jurassic. This large Jurassic-like being, but something's a bit off about it. The texture of the skin looks rather than scaly or kind of as you'd expect the fishes to be. It looks coloured in like pencil, like a drawing, as if this transformation was taken from a book that he saw. It's just slightly off, not enough to kind of like put you off, but it's certainly like a okay. There are some lines where it's shaded or like it's been faded a little bit badly, but you see as Silas jumps off and turns into this almost drawn plesiosaurus.
Some of the colours are outside the lines.
It's confusing. I mean, I kind of hope for subtlety, but it'll do.
It's just so I can get there quickly and get a lot of it.
True. Anyway, let's continue loading the cannons just in case. Can we fit Clubber in one yet?
You see, he kind of looks in the end. Kind of his fist is kind of bigger than the other side.
Nah. Right.
Not quite.
Damn, we just got rid of the one that can polymorph, didn't we?
I'm going to start going like 120, 180 feet
polymorph?
down and then across, and I'm just going to be looking for the bodies that have been thrown off the ship, collecting them, and then
easy enough to do. You get a total of 3, all kind of like general medium humanoid size. As you go up to them, you would actually see that across their necks they have these 3 like almost like talon or claw marks, kind of like gouging out their throat. Like these are deep cuts. It looks like their throats have been like ripped out.
Well,
the cat lady do
what you go for being Midas, to be perfectly fucking honest. Yeah, just collecting them, and then I'll stay with the boat for now, just to see if any more bodies get thrown off as we go along.
Can quite easily shadow it. No more seem to get thrown off. This person seems to start their patient waiting again. However, you do get a message in your head. You feel a message appear as just this voice in your mind just says, "Hail, what colours are you? I see no flag flying." You can reply to this message.
Hello, who's that?
So polite.
Who'll be asking?
This is the crew of the SS Miriam. We're on the approach. We can see your ship.
Hello. We're Midas traders. This is the SS Skontnogle. We came from pirate territory, so felt it best to not show our flags.
Okay, make a deception check for me.
It's a very good lie.
How quickly we write Skunt on the back?
Hickory, get to work.
Scratch it off.
It's been ready for days. Flip it over.
Deception. Yeah, deception.
I don't have any points I can use. That's fine. 9. Can I swap for persuasion, perhaps?
Certainly deception.
Okay.
However, I rolled poorly. I got a 4.
Oh.
You're lucky. You see, here's a message. There's silence for 30 seconds or so, and then a message comes through again. Are you well stocked? Injured at all? We have supplies aboard. Always willing to help our fellow Midas.
Little low. Wouldn't mind a quick pick me up.
I'll come aboard. I'm a ginger halfling. Just wait for me.
Come starboard side. Captain will meet you.
Okay.
Oh, there's something I really want to say, but I can't because I'm not there.
Yeah.
Also, this is taking place in his head, I believe.
Yep. You guys hear nothing. Yeah. You see Faro like muttering something under his breath, although you can't hear anything.
Well, I'm very out loud.
Well, I know what he's doing.
You'd be quite familiar with this. This is the message spell.
Okay.
How close are we to passing each other?
We'll say you're about 500 feet away.
500 feet.
Right.
Stations everyone. We're gonna take some supplies from us. They think we're Midas. Get ready to welcome them on board.
How did they know you were captain?
I don't know, but
you and
I got a message in my head.
You and I are fairly known. I appreciate it's a bit of a squeeze down deck, but
maybe you could go for a swim.
you can just jump in.
I just dive off the ship.
Oh wait, before you go, Gav.
I'm going to come up.
stops
I'm
me
going to
there.
come up the back.
I was gonna say. I mean, let's bear off that for a while, see if we can get Scythus back to us quick, like, then we have the uniforms. And then it looks slightly less questionable.
He's shooting.
May I wear my
You're sticking with the boat, aren't you?
I'm sticking with that boat.
Have you told the group that the sneaky man is on the
Yeah.
on the other
You're
ship?
sticking with that boat or our boat?
I'm sticking with that boat.
Okay.
May I
Now.
use one of your Midas uniforms, please?
We don't have, well, we've got one, but it's kind of damaged.
Okay, I'll cast Major Image.
Cool. What are you creating a major image of?
Oh, actually, can I do a minor image of just like Midas uniform?
Yeah.
Because I want to still look like
You've also
the
got
Grund.
disguise self, I believe, as well.
Oh yeah, I do, don't I? Yeah, I basically just want to wear a Midas uniform, but stick with the Golden Grung.
Yeah, certainly.
Yeah, I'm just going to dive off the ship and just cling on to the underside of the ship, basically.
So as you go and get there, you see as a Cyphus, as a
I can,
Plesiosaurus, has under like your fins, I guess, these three bodies. And you see Cyphus there as you join him.
Oh, are we approaching the other ship now?
You're clinging to the other side of your ship.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, sorry, no,
yet?
I thought you went to the other ship, but no, you're still about 500 feet away and closing.
Yeah, just for now. Yeah, just because I assume the ship moves faster than 40 feet.
Yes.
Yeah, then I'll cling to that for now.
Could I know, just because obviously it's the first time we've done it, how recognised I might be based on my potential time?
You know,
brief
like
time
to
in prison?
some, you'd be more recognised to the local guard of Port Royal
that's what I
rather than the
thought,
traders. And even then, only to the jail that you were kept in, because
Cool.
there's multiple
I'll
jails
stay
around the city. So, if you got super unlucky in Port Royal, then yeah, as long as you avoided the right district, you'd be fine.
That's what kind of what I thought. Cool, yeah, I'll stay up then.
Mostella is finding it relatively safe to assume that his family, I mean, not his parents, I mean his family who live in Port Royal are not looking for him. And so people won't have like posters with his face on saying like, have you seen this small boy? Do you think he would be safe in that assumption? Can I...
You could certainly think so. You've
Yeah.
not been back, so.
Certainly think so.
Well, I'm gonna think so.
Right.
Do we have a plan?
Be polite. Try not to start a fight, because we're just going to get free supplies out of this. The uniforms we've got, hopefully with Scythus, so we don't need any more.
They'll be very wet.
Everyone's... They will be wet. Everyone keep on guard, because we know that shadowy bloke is on the side of the ship.
I'm reluctant to relax for this particular encounter.
No, I don't think any of us are, but slightly more on alert than you would. No one... everyone stick with a friend, like pair up. No one goes alone for a while.
I'm gonna cast disguise self and just let himself into some other human looking person, and then
Male or
can I male. Amazing, yeah, male.
Do you give yourself, can you give clothes to that, or?
I don't
Yeah,
think so.
with disguise self,
Can
you
I?
can clothes,
Yeah,
yeah.
please.
Can I
You can do your
my
entire
fish-
appearance with clothes, yeah, with disguise self.
fish jacket?
Really glad Garv dived off
Should be
before the
like a
plan was
barrier
explained.
And could I send my raven over to the other ship and just
I'll
like
tell you the bit of the plan
sit
I
on
have.
one of the masts and like try and keep an eye out for this shadowy figure?
So you see the captain there as what you can now see a bird on his shoulder. A budgie seems to fly up next to Raven, kind of.
Oh, by the way, the as much as it pains me, the clothes gone off and gone below deck.
Of course, must have been hard.
It was
Are the two ships quite close by now?
Yeah, I'd say they're now about 250 feet apart. You can make a perception check with your Raven as well.
I will.
See if you can see this
Oh,
figure.
which one?
I'm at that point. Oh, nice.
Nice.
Not too bad, yeah.
Gonna start swimming back towards Garv with the bodies.
Yeah, you see Garv just holding on.
Any of the uniforms he's collected already big enough for Garv?
No.
Damn it. Is there anything on them that's like Midas like decoration? Is there like a badge or a...
These don't seem to be any like decorated officers or anything.
Okay.
They seem to be just general kind of ship hands. They
Okay.
don't have like the typical like regalia of the long cloaks, but they do have these kind of shorter kind of just I don't know how to describe it really. Just kind of like just regular kind of crewman jackets essentially.
Okay, I'm gonna grab those and then swim back to our ship.
Yeah.
I'm
coming with you. So
Okay.
we're going
Okay, yeah, going up the side of our ship that they can't see.
Yeah.
And is there any crew I can see? Can I see below decks on the side of the ship, or is it completely closed off?
It's
like
completely
below
closed
deck?
off. You've not got a gun deck on your
Okay.
on your ship. You would notice kind of going through the bodies that they tend to have. They have these quite extravagant, like large knee-high boots, and seem to have multiple throwing knives decorated on the inside of the boots as well. They seem to be hidden from sight.
What I can do with my really long neck is once I take the clothes off, is I can just put the clothes on deck.
Yeah.
I can just let the bodies go.
Yeah.
I'll do that.
So yeah, as the ship, like, you guys are closing in, you manage to slightly just get the clothes, the wet pile of clothes on the back of the.
I'll still stay under the water though. Shall
Yeah, I'm.
Do I
gonna-
notice this?
Yeah, that's you.
Okay, I quickly take one of the coats, wring it out a bit, and pop it on.
Pop that on.
I would have left my gun obviously on board our ship because I don't want to get it wet.
Oh, wait, no, my bird would go off. No, I'm fine. Yeah, all good.
19. Going down, you do indeed see this guy as he as the crew all kind of like bringing supplies up on board, kind of getting ready to moor up with your ship. You see as he is, fuck's sake, is clutching onto the side of the ship. Again, the face is obfuscated, heavy black leathers kind of wrapped around the body. Just kind of like clinging on, like seems to be with his bare hand, just kind of like onto the side of the ship. So say if you're approaching on the left-hand side, he's on the right-hand side, just kind of like hanging on, like wondering what's happening, and kind of like just waiting. You see he kind of presses to the side of the ship a bit more to kind of get a bit more cover from people who would look over.
Interesting.
Oh, I've had a really bad idea.
Let's do it.
Oh, no.
I'm basically
Don't
riding
even
you
need
at this
to hear
point.
the idea.
Oh, I've changed back to me so I can talk to you.
He's still riding.
Oh, this got weird really fast.
And for the start, I think that you can swim faster than me because that makes fucking sense. And secondly, follow me.
Okay.
And I'm going to start swimming up towards the side of the ship that the shadowy, obfuscated figure
I
is.
like where this is going. I'll do the same.
Yeah, just going to poke my head above the water. And just
Jeez, this person, kind of the head whips around, kind of. Make a persuasion check.
Oh my god.
Bold.
There's two guys leaping out of the water like, hey, come down.
Nice.
22.
Oh.
You see, they don't come down to the water, but you see as both hands kind of shimmy down.
How's it?
Who are you?
Water breathing.
Cool.
You can come with us for a second.
Bit louder, Callum. Thanks.
Water breathing, you can come with
You can
us.
come with us.
I'm on a mission.
Fantastic, so are we.
Oh, what's your mission?
Are you Midas?
No,
Come on.
look at us.
I plan to kill every single one on board.
Oh, that's pretty much adjacent to my plan.
Just looks up, waiting for the right moment.
You'll have a pretty good one soon, I reckon.
There's about to be a kerfuffle.
Good. I work best when there's a distraction.
Don't tell anyone I was involved.
I don't even know you.
I like your thinking.
Bye.
Just a sound I think that went pretty well.
Just like hugging the neck of a plesiosaurus.
Alright.
No. He remains for that. Unless there's anything else you see as the ships come to a stop, that you see as they drop anchor and the gangway plank is lowered. You see as this dwarven gentleman from the back of the ship begins to stride down. You see as a lot
Good
of
to meet him.
You see as a lot of
Enjoy
crew
you.
kind of avoid his gaze or kind of like move out of his way. It seems to be he's either feared or deeply respected. He walks down, this kind of dirty orange beard, kind of matted. It seems that they've not seen land or baths at least for quite some time.
I nod for Miss Stella and them to join us as well. Like,
Walks down. You see as this gentleman has
Hello.
he takes off his long cloak, hands it to someone. You see he's got just general kind of seafaring gear on. He seems to have about several like hand axes just strapped across his body, as well as a crossbow kind of in hand, just kind of like lazily over the shoulder. Just kind of walks in and goes, "Greetings."
pleasure to meet you. I
Hello.
can't secure your voice for a second, sorry. There we go.
Hello.
Hello.
Kind of looks at the ship, goes, "Took a bit of a beating.
Hey, pirates, you know. We made it out, but
Good job." Kind of looks at the ogre on board.
Business.
Strange one.
Mm.
Not seen an ogre aboard the ship. Not in right all my years, I don't think.
He's pretty complacent. Doesn't make too much trouble.
Have they got any horses?
Right.
You got any horses? No, I don't.
No.
Where are you headed? Where are you making port?
Is this place that we're going?
Port Royal.
Port Royal. We're slightly off course. Wind took us.
Strange you come this far east.
Again, bad winds on the way around. Well, no, we're coming from around.
Oh, sorry. Apologies.
We're coming from Titan's Cradle, so we had to sort of circle around rather than going straight to anywhere.
Makes sense. Well, could you make a deception check? I'll give you that advantage.
Hey.
Can I assist?
Can I see what the... I'm keeping like a firm eye on the guy on the side of the ship.
You're
so
somewhere.
If he's making like a move or something.
18.
Cool.
Oh, can I give Bardic Inspiration?
You can't indeed if you just play a little ditty on your
yeah,
thing,
I'll be
the
like,
boarding
ditty.
You see, also as you kind of get a better look at the crew, you see that they're mainly kind of conscripted gentlemen, standard arms about them. But you do see one figure up by the figurehead, up by the wheel, the opposite end of the ship, who seems to be in long kind of mage's robes. You can probably guess this is the person who messaged you.
I'll give him a wave with a wing.
Yeah, you see this person waves back. Seems to be a elven gentleman, kind of this hair that's pulled back with blonde strands that kind of go down alongside the face. Looks a lot better kept than everyone else. Completely clean shaven, has these long kind of blue and gold trim robes.
Nice.
You two would recognise him immediately to be a Magister of the Blue Cloak, which is the kind of wizard or mage's order in within Midas.
Cool name.
I go around and climb up on the side that they weren't meeting of our boat.
Cool. So yeah, you quite easy matter. As you're keeping an eye on him, you see as this person does climb up further and just kind of like peeks out his
I'm going to
head.
start climbing up as well, I think.
Cool. Cool. Could you make a stealth check for me as well?
Here it goes.
Oh boy.
It's not bad. 12.
Is there anyone of the crew that I can, like, who, sorry, I completely lost setting. Who's down with you having this chat?
At the front, it's us four, basically.
And it's daytime crew currently.
Just so you know, I'm not trying to hide from the guy who's climbing up.
Yeah, you're trying to hide from the...
Yeah.
I'm not now.
You kind of like...
As
kind
it,
of sidle up next to
me,
you, kind of,
Mastella,
as you make some noise,
Nem, and
looks towards you.
face.
Cool.
I guess make a perception check if you're close to them.
Yeah.
Do you make it?
Yeah, I mean,
I have no idea.
it's
who that
just
is.
everyone in mind just covers that more.
I doubt it. 10.
Even this close, the hood is thick and kind of comes over the head quite a bit, much like the Assassin's Creed kind of hoods that kind of like shadow the face purposely.
Nice.
You think you get like a glimpse of like kind of like bluish eyes and like a smattering of kind of black facial hair, but you can't be certain.
As the kind of noise goes on.
Kind of gives it.
I'm just going to start telling daytime crew. There might be a fight in a second, just hold steady.
Cool, are you back on the ship?
Yeah, back on the ship. Sorry, microphones, I forget you're here. So yeah, just saying, hold steady. There could be a fight soon, but don't do anything until there's a very obvious signal.
Oh, really? Any player characters on the ship? Yeah, cool, that's fine.
Cool. You see as this person kind of after you kind of make that kind of like looks around the ship, looks over the crew. All right, crew, you've got your.
They're a ragtag bunch. They're off, trying to make a second chance for themselves. Good opportunities. You get decent workers that way.
So he kind of like goes across, kind of looks past, looks at the Hammers at the Deep, but just continues going.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, they're wearing navy.
Those guys are so cool.
What kind of supplies you need?
Oh man, it's so fun.
Food mainly, and armaments. If you got any cannonballs, that you could spare us.
We're like we've been in a scrap ourselves, but we've got some food. Definitely. And you see some of the people kind of bring some crates. He goes, can't give you too much.
No, totally
We're not
understandable.
back in port ourselves yet, but
We're close, so just a little bit more to keep us going.
As Garth spies the food, he gets his quartermaster's log out. Nice.
You see as someone walks near the back of the ship. And you see as the gentleman that you see with reaches up and pulls him up, kind of like leans in, kind of still holding on, kind of holds this person's kind of mouth shut, kind of looks to you and just kind of looks at the person. Yeah. You grab a knife and just in the face.
Oh god!
You see this person kind of nice, and kind of like lowers him down.
I take the uniform off him first and like tuck
From
it
where
into
I
my
am, do I
trousers.
see this?
Just start unzipping
No, they're
his
on
trousers.
so you're on the deck of your ship. They're like on the other side of the enemy ship.
Oh god, imagine if they're on this side of the enemy ship.
Yeah, because I'm looking in that direction.
Make a perception check. You would have seen this. You'll have perception.
Yep.
You're just talking to this guy who's right here, and behind him you just see his men being killed.
Only 11.
Yeah.
You see people moving around, but yeah, you don't notice it. You quite clearly see someone like walk over near the back of the ship and then just get pulled off.
So
I take his clothes and just stuff them down my pants.
Where's the
Something
sea's
I've got on
taking
me.
you, my friend?
This rain the corner to Kamora Cerulean, doing a drop off in or a
Oh.
pickup, sorry, in Guilty Spire, and
Fancy.
back to the capital.
Lovely.
So got some
Would I be hearing this conversation?
Make a persuasion check.
Perception.
Make
16.
Yeah.
Persuade yourself if you can hear it.
You hear it.
Clench the side of the ship a bit harder as the Guilty Spires mentioned.
Yeah, what was your name, chap?
Captain Fuago.
Captain Farrell, nice to meet you. Captain Flamestoot.
Pleasure to meet you.
Right, we'll get some of that stuff across.
Hey, thank you.
What you moving?
I want them to know my name.
Yeah, okay.
What you moving?
Basic of your...
Nothing now, we're on our way back.
We're on our way back with some luxury supplies.
Oh,
From you can't really find around these waters.
Alright, anything nice? Anything you
Several
wouldn't mind
nice
sharing with a fellow captain?
How's inventory? I haven't spoken to you. What we got?
Small
He's
emeralds.
on the other side of the boat.
Anything what?
We got
like
some
fancy?
gems.
Yeah, we got some
They're pretty
gemeralds.
fancy.
Yeah, gemeralds.
They have been converted to gold already.
That's
though.
true. They've been melted down.
Marstella's worked hard to
Yeah.
melt those down into gold.
Yeah.
In our misc inventory, we
Yes.
have ropes, purple dye, loads of cloth and silk,
Shit, do they love limes?
10 sets of shirts,
still got
and
some
10
purple
sets
dye?
of breeches.
Okay.
Dude, do we still have loads of limes?
Oh yeah, do you want a lime count?
How do you feel about limes?
Tell us the limes.
Lime count, we're currently at 100. Oh no, well I haven't actually updated it, so we've probably had like a lime a day
Yeah.
Yeah.
since last count. So
Lime a day keeps the mice.
we're probably still on about. Well, how long have we travelled for thus far since?
It's been about 10 days, including 3 days.
We've got about 130 limes.
130 limes. Yeah, we can spare a few limes. The rest is kind of spoken for.
Wouldn't say no to a lime.
I
Carve it even more tightly grips.
I wouldn't say not.
I wave to just whoever I first catch the eye of. So let's say a clash.
Cool.
So say, friend, could you grab us a handful of limes for the gracious captain?
Sure, right.
So like 2 limes.
He goes down.
Limes aren't that small.
grabs like 4 or 5 limes.
Yeah.
Clash has actually got really
Can he hold all these limes?
One lime.
We've got some fine luxury goods.
He's good at pickup
5
lines.
limes.
The rest, yes, I'm afraid the rest are spoken for, but yeah, an abundance of limes.
You see as he reaches down, kind of pulls out this sharp.
We got the sort of thing that you can't
pointed
get just
dagger from
anywhere.
his, from
5
his
limes.
Whoa. Oh, sorry. Oh,
Five disposable
Cuts into the
limes,
line.
man.
Gotta-
Just can't see him draw the knife.
If you want, do you want to peek your head up?
I'm still slightly jumpy.
You see as the this figure also leans down and thinks, "What are you good at?"
You do that and drop
I'm grappled with my legs alone.
Do you want to strike now or later?
It's up to you, mate. It's up to you, mate. You're the stealth bloke.
Best with distraction, so if you do fancy
Oh.
cleaving the heads of a few.
I think he went round like to the dead end there at the side, so he had to come all the way back round. Fool.
Right, maybe just like give it another minute. I want to see how this goes.
On the ship.
My captain might give me a
sorry,
signal in a minute.
You were giving it a minute. Captain, forgive my indiscretion, but it may be worth asking if they've got a couple of spare uniforms. As you may notice with my topless attire, I've lost my...
Have you not grabbed one of the...
I've grabbed, but I feel like the more the better for
That's it.
our...
Good point. Yeah, what's with the territory we've been in? Fewer uniforms than we'd like. We had to chuck a few overboard when we had a quick raid. 1 or 2 like coats.
Spare ourselves, but if you stop by the docks, they should have plenty.
Oh, good point. I'll give him a check.
You see his clubbage kind of.
I want uniform.
We'll get you one, Clubber. Don't worry.
Club the smash.
a prisoner.
Don't smash. These are friends.
Friends.
Strange. I've never seen an ogre aboard.
It's a very long story.
Where did you? Is he communable? Can he talk?
Yes, you can have a chat.
Right.
You can't get much out of him though.
No.
Interesting.
It's more sort of like you can give him simple instructions and he'll follow them.
Where did they find you? Where are you from? You see his college kind of.
Oh no.
Oh god.
Noggin.
Yes.
Kind of looks at you. Kind of
As soon as do I hear him say Nargan?
With your perception check, yeah.
I would say he's from Nargan, but we picked him up in whatever it's called, Titan's Cradle. That's all he really understands.
Make a deception check.
Okay.
For fuck's sake.
Oh no, this has gone badly.
I can't help you either, man.
Oh, no one can. Oh, do I have the inspiration? Thank
Yeah,
God.
you should.
Where's that D10?
You do, yeah.
Oh, it's not great.
Dude, this is so jacked.
Okay, let's bring us up to that.
I'm gonna kill him anyway.
It's still an 11.
Kind of looks at Clever. Kind of looks at you. Strange.
Very. It's a crew of slightly more undesirables got in trouble with the law, and we're trying to give them a second chance by sailing with us.
Very generous. More generous than I would have been.
Well, you know, people's past shouldn't be what they're judged on. It's what they do in the now. So that's what we try and find out. And as soon as they break that trust, off they go.
Indeed, I couldn't agree more. If people are killers or burglars or the like, they certainly should be shown justice.
Oh, they certainly will. This is
especially pirates.
Oh, of course. They've saved their time.
As the hand comes up with the blade in it.
Nice.
And that's where we're going to go to our break.
Yay!
I was rolling shit until that last fucking...
Damn it!
That last insight.
Bloody club.
I did roll
I wanted
intelligence
to
check
take
for club,
on the
but as you guessed, it didn't go well.
It's not worth it.
We'll be back in just a sec as our food's just arrived, and oh boy, are we hungry. We'll be back in just a sec and we see how this combat goes. I thought it was going to be ship combat, but apparently not. So, we'll be back in a sec. You know where we are. We'll be 10, 15-ish minutes.
Right.
Stick around in chat. We'll be back with you lovely people in just a sec. We love you.
Bye.
Bye.
Check out the new art.
There it is!
I said
And if he does
okay.
something like that again, he's going to get way more than a black eye.
Yo, we're back. So, the guys, the crew of the HMS flagship and Keeper, their new companion, have sailed on into Midas waters across the divide and encountered a ship known as the SS Miriam. You've seen that it's a brig-style ship, a little bit bigger than yours, a little bit more spacious. And after a brief chat with the captain, some good deception by Fuaro, and then an unfortunate Clubberian slip by Clubber.
Well, that's in the dialect now.
Yeah, canon. You see, you saw as this gentleman, this red-bearded, bold dwarven fellow, kind of looked between you and Clubber, and then kind of a look came across his face, mentioned pirates, and began raising his dagger.
No, while he, as he's sort of slowly raising it, think about what you're doing, friend. Make sure you're making the right choice now.
Oh, dead pirates are always the right choice, believe me. And everyone
Clubber, smash!
Yeah.
Some primal savagery.
He just immediately whacks me.
That's tasty.
I don't know why I rolled it with 2 though.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Did we say initiative was a skill check?
Oh, it's still alright.
Yes.
I keep doing that at the moment. I don't know why.
I think I'm maybe okay.
Cool. Sorry, one sec. Cool. Silence.
Non-nat 20.
Cool. Nem?
12.
12.
Magic number.
What's your dex mod?
It is
1 +
Cool.
1.
This person's gone before you. River.
15.
15 for River. Faro.
22.
22 for Faro. Keeper.
11.
11. God damn. There are so many people in the range of fucking 10 to 15. It's ridiculous.
No.
Gav.
Well, you're welcome. 10
Hey! Mistella?
What's your dex mod?
+2.
Cool. You will be going after this person. Emma Stella.
Oh, yes. Can someone pass me his character sheet?
You have it.
Oh, sorry. Didn't realise.
That's cocked.
12. There's no dex bonus, so yeah, 12.
Cool, another 12. What's his no dex bonus?
No dex bonus.
Cool. So up first, you've seen as he's kind of raised his dagger, the crew across the back of the ship. Seems to be about 20 or so of them. Have all kind of began going down towards their boots and pulling out their daggers and short swords as well. You see as the mage at the back of the ship, at the back of their ship, begins kind of like moving his hands, as well as your crew kind of pulling guns out and getting ready. Fuaro, you're up first.
Okay, I do. While drawing my sword, I do a graceful pirouette, going the long way around to point my gun at the mage while slashing through the captain's chest.
Go for it.
Fucking hell.
Make your attack rolls.
Okay, I assume I wouldn't have advantage.
No.
But I will get my sneak attack. Yeah, that's
Go
gonna
on.
hit with a 25.
Nice, start on the captain.
Yeah, captain for that one.
Yeah.
So that is what's my sneak attack dice right now? D10, 6. Yeah.
2d6.
Should be 2 or 3d6.
Oh, it's 3d6. Yes.
I just I believe it's 3.
I forgot if it was even d6s. Cool. So on him, a tasty little 10, 16 plus that 19 damage.
Nice.
And then yeah, gun turned on the mage. That is nat 20.
Nice.
So that is damn 14 more damage there.
Cool.
And then I will take off 50 feet up in the air.
Nice. So you whoosh, go on up after this swift shot and cut. You see this line of red drawn across, you part of the beard being cut from the dwarf as well, as you just launch on up into the air. Who's on the daytime crew?
Oh, I can give you the full list.
Yes.
Oh, easy.
Fuaro, Cyathus, Dagby, Passion, Relict, Fames, Nowhere, Drubban, Iklal, Pranvik, Zane, Grakilm, and the 2 clowns.
Cool.
Oh, the
Thank God
clowns!
for the
Oh, the clowns!
And then...
Cyathus, you're up.
Yo,
I'm just gonna parachute down like.
How high is our crow's nest?
Around 70 feet.
Okay, so I'm close enough to just could use a hand.
70.
No response.
Okay, good. Oh no.
Oh, that's different to what we've done before. I've nearly been able to hear people. Anywho.
Oh, it might be. I don't know off the top of my head. Yes.
Cool. From my pocket, little small straight piece of iron. Gonna flick that up in the air. Cast hold person on the captain, the dwarf.
Cool.
Fuaro.
Wisdom save.
Yeah, would
That's a
say.
fail.
Cool. So they are held,
Sweet.
which is lovely. And then. What do I want to do? I had a lot of time to think about this, and you're right. I do want to do this. Giant hyena.
Nice, you fall down into the snarling form of your giant hyena. Up next is.
I'm actually also going to spend all of my movement and then all of the hyena's movement, so I'm going to try and get as close to that mage as I can.
Cool.
He
would be about. So you're on the deck of your ship. He would be about 20, and then he'd be about 60 feet away from you.
Well, I've got 30 walking. Let's see how the giant hyena do.
Cool. You would likely get 1 or 2 attacks opportunity from their crew as you run through to get next to him.
That's annoying, but at the same time, it could be fun.
Just so I know.
Yeah. Speed of 50, so I can get there mooch easily.
Mucho.
Cool. I'd say you'd probably get 3 attacks opportunity.
AC 12.
Cool. So these are from the crew. That is 2 misses and a hit. So that's just the one. And they, I believe, they just have their short swords. So that's going to be a total of 7 points of damage. As you kind of run, one of them just kind of like nicks you across the back line. You can make a concentration check, please, for a con saving throw for whole person.
Sweet. And that's using the.
So con save is DC 10.
Fine.
Yep, you're fine. So yeah, you run up. Up next are the Midas crew.
Oh no.
I made a mistake, boys.
Howdy.
So,
Go before me.
seeing this giant hyena run by and go to their chief mage, 7 of them were going to run into you. They just break off short swords in hand, ready to protect their main magister.
Oh, it was a bad idea.
They only get one attack each.
I don't.
Only one,
Only one each.
Just 7 attacks. Whatever.
So that is.
Starts off AC 12.
That's 5 hits.
Okay.
Captain's Hell.
How many
Get
of
your
those
dog
were
stabbing
below
knives out,
14?
boys.
He's less than four.
The other 2 were below 14. So
Yeah, but if we hit,
they probably want to take the normal form. Oh wait.
No,
Four-
it won't end
yeah,
up.
the other 2 were
Yeah,
below
sometimes when
14.
you hit people, then they
So,
Oh wait, sorry. No.
of the
I
5
got
that
confused.
hit,
Yeah.
were any below 14?
One was.
1. So if I do get to me, we'll work it out.
Cool. So, first one, 3 damage. Second one, 8 damage. Fourth one, 4 damage.
Pardon you.
Fifth one, 8 damage.
I'm not looking great,
That'll
I'm
be-
still
that'll be
fine.
5 con saves, DC 10 or more.
Con save. Are you using the hyenas con?
Yes, yeah.
Just, I'm assuming it's. Yeah, so that's
Oh,
11, 17.
Yep.
Nope.
Cool. Whole person drops as you feel just this flurry of blades just come across your back. That was 7 of them. There's 13 left.
I did not assess the situation.
I'd say another 3 are going to immediately run over and just surround their captain and ready actions. Then the other 10, 5 are going to switch out to flintlocks and take shots at the enemy captain.
Let's see him try.
However, you would just be at long range for them, so roll like this. First one's a miss. Second one is a miss. Third one is a miss. Fourth one is a miss. And the last one is also a miss. So it's this flurry of gunfire just across you. As you just arc up through the air, just manage to nimbly dodge all of them. And then the other 5 are gonna move in and take shots at the ogre.
A wise move, honestly.
This is what we hired him for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a damage sponge.
Then
Get
throws
him.
herself in the way.
Get him out.
Cool. So that's gonna be 5.
You take 1 bullet and it kills you, but the rest all go through him and he's fine.
He picks up my body and eats me.
One of their guns jams, all of the others hit.
It's like this ogre stood like, oh fuck.
There it is.
In case it wasn't clear, that was the signal.
5.
Garv's still looking at this like assassin guy, like, I'm waiting on you.
10.
It's just like the gunfire goes, oh.
That will do it.
8, 19, 22 plus 32 damage to Plumber.
32?
Yeah. He's bloody, but he's still up.
This man.
Fuck.
His hail of gunfire just kind of like across him. He kind of looks really angry. Kind of, you see as he grips his club and kind of like crushes the handle of it a little bit. That's the Midas crew. Up next is River.
Hello. If I get to the... Oh no, actually. I would like to cast Command on the captain.
Cool. What's your DC?
Oh, that's a very good question. I should answer immediately. That'll be a 14 now.
Cool. And what's the save?
Whiz.
Whiz 14, 13. He fails.
Okay. The command I give, and you're allowed to give commands that aren't written, swim.
Okay, and he will do that. He will do that on his go.
Cool.
Ooh, I like
Cool.
that.
And then I just draw my 2 swords.
Cool.
And if I was at the edge of the ship,
Yes.
would I be within 30 feet of the mage?
Would you, so the edge that they pulled up on?
Yeah.
No, you'd be about 35, 40.
Okay, cool. In that case, yeah, I get my 2 swords out and just get helmet down, eyes flash red, and I stand with my crew.
Nice, you ready up.
Can I quickly use my reaction to do something?
Yeah, sure.
I shout at relics just on the deck, just like, quick, give me cloak! Give me cloak!
Cool. Well, up next is your crew.
Yeah.
You see as Relics runs in, is going to use their action and throws it up to you.
Oh yeah, I drop off the Midas coat, catch it, and just tie it on the billow. It's like, yes!
Dropping...
I have an arm on her, throwing a cloak 50 foot in the air.
She is
It can
wasted
billow.
as a ship cleric.
She used to be a quarterback for Titans Great. Dropping dashes and therefore moves his full 40 feet down into the hull.
Just good. We hear the sound of a beer opening. I ain't got no part in this.
Cool. Your Death Sisters. They first of all use their bonus actions to hide. One of them crits, so yep, they're hidden. First one's going to go for. Well, yeah, it's going to go for Captain. Fucking still misses. Jesus Christ, that was a bad roll. You see as one of the jesters kind of like comes around one of the sails, having climbed the rigging, throws this dagger that then just lands next to the captain. He, fuck!
Warning shot.
And then the other one is also going to go for him as well.
Yeah, we'll go for that.
That's a hit. So they'll get their sneak attack.
Which I imagine is like 14d6.
Yeah, literally.
Yes.
10. That's 20 damage.
Anyone who has it past DPHP?
got
I think it's on the pile.
Yeah, it is.
Play
It's in the-
The pile.
You see as the other one comes around the other side of the rigging, kind of short bow kind of drawn and just kind of flings an arrow eagerly, jams into the captain. He kind of winces, but is still doing all right.
Good job though, team.
Fames moves into the room. He's
Fair enough.
not really doing much. Nowhere's going to go up and do his 3 attacks on one of their crew members. Yeah, he hits all 3, so I won't do damage. You see as he just runs up to one of their crew members that's by the captain and just pummels him to death into the ground. You see the anger that has been waiting underneath him to get some Midas blood on his hands. Clash is nighttime crew?
He is.
Cool. Who else is daytime, sorry?
The list is here.
Oh,
Do you want me to pass it?
Dagby and Passion,
Yeah.
I believe. So,
Yeah.
I need to
Gracklin?
one thing I've learned, I need to find a way to do this.
Yep.
You should have tabs with their names on it at the top.
Pass that to them.
Shit.
That's the Day and Night crew if you're interested.
Thank you very much. I'll be content.
Sorry about my handwriting.
It's fine. It's much better than mine, man.
You will be.
You see as Dagby goes and the first time you've seen him cast magic, you see as he brings his hand up, melds it around into this beam of acidic energy, looses it, and it just sails off. Ah, fuck!
Good try there.
And Passion is going to fire a flintlock, which misses as well as he goes and kind of misses off. Ah, shit. Begins reloading.
Is Gracklin on the daytime?
We paid good
Gracklin
money
is,
for
yeah.
you fucking shit shots.
Grackhilm he's going to prepare an action. Pran doesn't fight. And that is it. Cool.
It climbs on the ship like.
Up next.
Let me help.
You see as the figure next to you, Garv, nimbly begins going across the side of the ship. He's going to bonus action hide. Yep. And then you see as this person kind of slinks down, kind of gets really low as the ship kind of goes up behind one of the guys who took a shot at Fuaro, and is going to go for a attack. Hit. Yeah, you see as this person comes up behind the regular crew member, kind of goes up. You see now you can see clearly as you're kind of like watching this battle, reaches to the throat of the person, and you see with fingernails by the looks of it, just rips the throat out, drawing these 3 sharp lines across the guy's throat as he just and drops to the ground dead.
Wild card.
That's that person. They're then going to. You see as they then begin just with their hands, it seems, climbing up the mast of the ship. Kind of gets up about 10 feet and then looks down and surveys the battlefield.
This guy's cool.
Up next to them.
I'm going to do a primal savagery.
Of course you are.
Hoping he's a
Who
dog.
are you targeting?
Doesn't
You have
matter.
inspiration.
I do. Bye.
Who are you targeting?
Just one of the crew.
Cool.
I think.
Yeah, there's 2 now stood by the captain on your ship. So yeah.
Yeah, gonna do the one on the right hand side, and it's still kind of shite. It's a 15.
Hits.
That's good.
They're
then.
not well armored at all. They're regular dudes.
Woohoo! Which is that
Regular
plus my
man.
dex. Is that a d10? Yeah. So it's a 7.
7. Nice. You see as you kind of blast this. No, not blast. It's primal savagery. What are you using? Claws or? As you run up to this guy and just sort of rake down his front, and he just falls to the ground dead. He starts bleeding
Not that it
out.
matters, but is primal savagery not 2d10 for you now?
What level? I did miss a session.
It might be. We can check it.
Yeah.
I think, yeah,
fifth
cantrips go up
level,
at
yeah.
5th level, yeah.
Stella.
Stella, good. Okay, I'm in
and correct me if I'm wrong, phase of the moon.
Yes.
I know how to play this. So currently my AC is 17, and I have resistance to psychic damage. Cool. Where is Mastella? I don't really know.
Mastella will say was up by the wheel of your guy's ship.
Okay, sweet. That's probably a good place for him to be. What kind of... I'm going to just cast... Let's just keep it easy for now. I'm just going to cast a good old-fashioned firebolt at their captain.
Cool, go for it.
So, what's his spellcast? It's +7. 9.
It's a miss. As he flings it off, just the sheer amount of bodies moving and the wave of the sway of the ocean that it just scatters across the ground.
In which case, I'll spend 2 sorcery points to quicken the spell. I know sorcerers, and I've played one before. To cast Chromatic Orb. Do I choose the flavour?
You do indeed.
Okay, sweet. I will choose...
Right, but like threshold 6.
Let's go with acid. It's a solid pick.
So 14K's level 6.
That's much better. Non-natural 20.
That hits, definitely.
Sweet. 3d8.
3d8.
Level 6.
Acid damage. That is pretty fucking good. 14, 21 acid damage to that boy.
Jesus, he is not looking good as captain. Cool, is that him?
Yeah, I don't think he can do much else. He's 3. Yeah, stay where he is.
Up next is the minus captain. He dives off the ship and starts swimming.
That's got a sting. He's got a lot of big cuts at this point.
You imagine
Go
it
on,
does.
River.
Oh, he's probably
lot of
bleeding.
salt
There's
water.
probably sharks.
That's him.
Hopefully.
Up next is Gus.
If you want to, oh, you're not here. Oh, you are here. If you want to, you can have him.
You're like Aquaman. Just summon some.
I'm just gonna, would I have seen him just flop off the side of the ship?
No, he would have jumped off your guy's ship. He was on your guy's
Oh,
ship.
okay. I'll just pop up and
As you
assess the situation.
As you land, you see as the figure that was there is just scurrying up the main mast of one of the 2 masts of their ship, and there's a dead body, and then 4 minus guys stood around him that's about 10 feet from you.
Cool.
Kind of flintlock pistols out. You'd come up as you've just seen them like launch a volley at Fuaro and miss all of them, and then they turn and kind of see you.
Oh yeah, I'll run up to them. As I'm running, whispering under my breath, Blessed Fulmar, the storm inside me rages. Your power spills over from within me, and as long as your bolts light my path, I am yours. And I enter rage, and I...
Never doesn't give me tingles.
Yeah, just the closest one, I just run into him and attack him with my fists, I guess, because I don't think I had anything else on me.
You got the spike gauntlets.
Yeah, so
I should hope not if you swing.
first attack is going to be a 15 to hit.
That's a hit.
Sweet. It's going to be not brilliant damage. 8 damage.
You just run up and just pound this guy's face. It turns to pretty much mush as he just hits the deck.
Sweet. And then with my second attack, I'll attack the guy next to him. That's going to be... Ooh, that's not as good. That is going to be... 5... That's 11 to hit.
Just hits. That is their AC.
Sweet. And that's going to be 10 damage.
Yeah, you're right. Just one fist, bang. Another fist, bang. 2 guys down.
Who's next? And I'll end my
There's
time.
a guy next to you, just whispering like, cool. I forgot to do Clubber, so I'll do him now.
Oh,
Smash.
something I've just read that I forgot that I've done. The mage, has he gone yet?
No, he's not.
Cool. On his turns, he is going to be doing an extra 1d4 bleeding damage because I got a crit on him, and I got that sub little mini feat from the.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So he takes
an extra 1d4 damage at the start of his turn.
Yeah, unless he.
It's a DC 10 medicine check to cure himself, and
Cool.
that takes an action.
Thank you for reminding me. So yeah, Clubber just moves up to the one guy, the one guy who's now was guarding the captain, and that hits.
Devours him.
Is there any point in me rolling damage on this? Probably not.
Do it anyway.
Yeah.
How into taste is he?
He sees Clubber, just walks up with his great club and literally just starts pounding him into the deck of the ship. You see as the ship kind of like the floor begins to like and the splinter a little bit. And Clubber smash.
It's fine. They're on our ship, which is soon to be not ours.
And he kind of like looks around for his next target. You see their crew begins to get rather afraid. If you want to roll the d4 bleeding damage, it's now the mage.
Yay!
It's an extra 4 damage.
Nice.
Perfect.
He carries on bleeding, kind of looks, sees things are dying. There's another way to bring this back. Kind of begins swirling his hand. You see as this bead of red begins to channel in his hand, and he casts fireball on your ship.
Oh. Yeah, good thing we got a second one.
Wow. Gonna need River. I've skipped over you back. You were meant to go after Mistella. I'm sorry, we'll do that in a sec.
That's fine.
Sorry, I missed the cake because there's a lot of people drawn in on that.
Not
So yeah, I'd need Nem, River, and Keeper to give me dexterity saving throws.
Y'all got.
That never goes well for me.
We need one of my
And
inspirations.
that'll also be
Nice.
Bonus weather.
That's
No, wasn't worth it.
Got that.
Dagby fails. Passion passes.
Oh shit. The crew's there.
Yeah.
Nowhere fails.
No.
Uh,
This might be a lot of dead crew.
Pran fails.
Oh,
Wait,
that
did they
sounds
come
probably,
to
that's
our
probably a dead pran.
That's
Someone
dead, Brad.
Oh.
Zane passes.
Thank God.
Because I thought I were
Grakilm fails.
Dead.
No, they came over to our
Clowns,
ship.
clowns are
Yes.
not within range.
So who was in range of the crew there?
The crew, that was Pran, Nowhere, Clubber, Grookshire would have as well.
Oh no!
Grookshire fails.
Clan Vic, he always gets
I-
involved, doesn't he?
You loved it.
He's
probably
about to
gonna
get hit
pass
by a
it.
Just
fireball
by being a
though.
pacifist, you always get some rough end
Has
of
to be a
it.
very,
Yeah, I do feel
very
that.
toasty dragon.
This is going to be real sad.
Yeah.
Is he resistant to fire?
That is
Is it going to matter?
He is, yes. He is a brass dragon one.
Can I give my point of inspiration to? I don't even know if it's worth it. Probably not. Oh, Grakil. If he goes down, that's
Cool. Nem, what did you get?
I got an 11.
That's a fail. That's 31 points of fire damage.
What the fuck?
River,
I failed as well.
31 points of fire damage.
Well,
Yeah,
this is going well,
fireball
guys.
sucks.
I rolled fucking high.
Oh.
Very high for a fireball. Cool. Sorry, I need to work out what that does to your crew now.
Is it round
Murders them. Murders
a lot
all
did.
of
down? Is it
them.
round down when you half or round up?
Round down.
Round down. So it's
What did
15.
you get? Sorry.
24.
That's a pass. So yeah, you
15.
yeah, 15.
15. So
I'm gonna. Can I give my point of inspiration to Grookshire's roll?
I've already said he fails,
Fair enough,
unfortunately. Right, so let's see who takes what. So Dagby is okay. What I say it was 32.
34.
I think it's 34, yeah.
31.
Yeah, 34.
It was 31 because half was 15.
Oh, we're not expecting this.
Grakilm luckily passed, so Jesus, that's good.
This is not going well.
Cool.
We need
Good
to fuck
thing
up
is,
that maid real quick.
I'm not wearing my real face,
Um,
so Nem's real face surely doesn't get disfigured, right?
In theory.
Clubber takes
Yeah.
15, so that'll be. Sorry, I forgot that. Right, takes that. Nowhere isn't looking good. Passion is not looking good.
Passion. Who the fuck is Passion?
One of the hammers.
Okay.
Pashan.
Passion.
It's French.
At least wages will go down. And luckily,
Such a natural evil.
it just got to when the pay needs to be renewed, so that's very handy.
Oh, no.
It's always the best time to lose some crew.
Just before payday.
Just after, and it's like, oh, what waste.
Cool. So
Oh, I guess
you
they're
see as
gold
the
stars
you see as the
again now.
blast. Oh, I need you to make a save for the ship as well.
Yeah.
So it's
Just-
roll and add your
These things.
your modifier.
Nat 20, get bald.
Ship does not catch a light.
Good.
As it explodes out, the ship does take half of the damage, so the ship takes 15 points of damage.
15. Okay,
Um,
where the ship is bloody.
As the flames,
that
take
through
the
the threshold?
That's take the ship below half.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was only just above half.
Make another save, see if the ship starts sinking.
Damage
Fuck's sake.
Oh no! Does anyone have inspiration they can lend me?
No, I'm
threshold.
sorry.
What do I add
missed
to it?
Ship damage threshold thing.
It's not against magical damage.
Yeah, doesn't count against magic.
Uh,
What do you add? You add your ship proficiency? See?
Is that what I add?
I
Yes.
should have done more damage to the ship last time.
Okay, it's a 10.
10. That's the DC when it gets that.
Oh.
So you see as the ship kind of lists, you all kind of like bated breath for a moment, but fine. But as the flames begin to clear, you see that most of your crew are still standing, but scorched to a crisp are both Pranvik and Coldshire. They are just left as their bodies are just curdled in flame.
How are the robes?
Yeah, your clothes are right. They're magic. So
Sorry, so it was Pranvik
Wait, so your squire's gone
Pranvik and
already?
Coldshire.
Yep.
Man, he caught your clothes 3 times. What a great squire.
I'm getting that 200 gold back. If anyone takes that, I'm killing them.
Give me that, you.
So yeah, the flames clear. You see as the mage is there, kind of like still bleeding, kind of like holding his hand, seeing what he's seeing the good kill that he has just got. Kind of looks around
There's a
and
fucking hyena in his face.
Oh, it's gonna
Could
go-
you hand me Grukshar and Pranvik? Callum?
can't do anything as bonus action, so he's fine. Back to the top, Poirot. You've just seen this fireball just explode and incinerate 2 of your crew members.
Should we do it later?
Not easily.
Okay,
no.
don't worry then. I go down to the mage, on route, blast him in the fucking face with a big gun.
Go for it.
A big gun.
A big old gun, that's a
Alright.
21.
That hits.
And sneak attack.
And
as
the
well.
sneak attack.
Oh,
Nice, tasty. 19.
Cool.
And then, yeah, I run him through with my cutlass as well.
Wait,
Nice.
Grukshar was on the night crew.
Check the list.
Oh
Because
boy.
he's with me.
Oh, if he's with you, then that might be a mistake on my part. I'm really sorry, Dan.
Brookshire isn't dead.
Just Pranvik.
Just I mean, yeah.
I'm sorry, guys.
Well, I mean, Pranvik was the one I
well,
was
forget my list.
concerned about, in all honesty.
Yeah, to be honest, same.
Sorry, correction.
Still down. I'm still down 200 gold, either way.
'Tis only a 10 to hit with the sword.
Does hit. That is a miss.
Yeah,
As
cool.
you go with the sword, skim past him, he kind of like ducks down, kind of still clenching the wound that's bleeding. You see as the other guys who are kind of like surrounding Cythus kind of go to reach up, like you're just out of reach as you sweep up. As I
Yeah,
imagine
cool.
you wouldn't get within range of that.
I would not, and then I fly directly upwards, preparing for a nice plunging attack.
Nice. Cythus.
How fucked up does the mage look?
He is just about bloodied.
Just about. Oh fuck me, sideways. Okay.
I can't believe the guy with fire resistance was the one that died. Gutted for him, really. He was probably like, I'm going to be fine.
I wouldn't fight, but I
He
could
failed the
take
save,
this.
so yeah,
Okay.
took he didn't have a lot of health.
I don't
It
know.
still did double.
Oh god.
I don't know how well this is. How far away am I from an edge of the boat?
I'd say about somewhere between 5 and 10 feet, like pretty close.
Fantastic. I'm going to take a lot of attacks of opportunity for this, but I just need to get off the boat for this to work. So I'm going to run and jump,
Cool. So that should be 7 attacks opportunity,
including the mage.
including the mage. Oh, 8 including the mage. But I mean, he's probably not going to do that well. So first of all, the regular guys. Rafi's 12 currently, yeah.
It is currently.
That's 3 that hit. 4 that hit from the dudes. I'll do their damage first. So that'll be
Dude, I'm imagining all those frat bros now.
4.
Yeah.
First of all.
Yep.
6.
Yep.
8.
I am me again.
Cool. Then carrying over to you, that would be another 4.
Is that still? Is that over 14? They rolled for the attack.
Probably
Probably this one.
no,
roll.
that one wouldn't have been, so that wouldn't have hit you.
Cool.
So that's fine. And the mage's attack, what's he get with his quarterstaff? Misses with his quarterstaff.
Ha! Bitch, use your reaction. Cool. I don't even need to get off the boat now. I'm me. I turn and face these guys. Look at the mage. Look at the guys. And just raise my arms as a tidal wave rises
Not
up
on the
over me.
And
go-
swoops in for them.
Rushes into them.
Nice. So what kind of save is that?
That I would imagine Dex, but I'm not certain.
Cool, we'll say Dex. What's your DC?
15.
Cool. Out of the regular Midas crew, that's 3 passes. And the mage also passes.
Okay. So that is 4 dates of bludgeon.
2 dates.
4 dates.
Oh,
6,
I could get 4 dates.
6,
Me
16.
too.
So that's 16
wish I could get one day.
bludgeoning damage to the ones that failed, 8
I'm
to the
really
ones that
joking, like-
passed.
To this point, I wish I'd at least had 4 dates.
So the ones that failed, you see as this swoops in and just
date
carries
for
them
you.
off the ship, broken. The other ones, actually, yeah. All the Midas crew there just swept off.
That's a mage looking.
So that so we've taken A. So not great. Still standing, but not great.
Can you sweep them off the ship?
Yeah, if you wanted to.
I would just kind of push them down into the
Yeah, their bodies just
the next
Okay.
bit.
clatter.
The railings.
Then I need my bonus actions, which I think is that.
I never fucking came back to you at the end of that round.
Oh yeah.
I'm so sorry.
That's fine.
God damn. I'll
Fuck
give you a
you,
go
frog
now.
boy.
Sorry, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 things to keep track of.
Yeah.
It's a lot of things.
And what's the measure entire group?
So many things.
Now. Yeah, that'll do me for now.
Cool. You
Alright.
finally go.
Do it.
So it's just that like the mage is like.
There's the mage. There is, I'd say, about 10 Midas guys left, and the captain who's just jumped off into the water because River told him to.
People seem to have it well under control.
Just gonna play my
Gets his
hurdy-gurdy,
turn.
I guess.
Does nothing.
Let's just think.
Conjure armchair.
This thing I want to do, but
Do it.
I'm gonna point at one of the Midas fellows.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cast suggestion.
Yep.
Which is was that?
Wisdom save, I believe.
Charmed. Wisdom save. Yeah. So wisdom save.
Fails.
Follow.
Cool.
I'm gonna go below deck.
Okay, cool.
Mhm.
Cool.
That's
you.
it.
Up next to the Midas crew, that person follows. That uses the dash action to follow you below deck.
How many
Okay.
opportunity attacks does that invoke from us?
You'd be able to get one as he walks by.
Okay.
Because you stood at the
Wow.
front with your crew.
I
Yeah.
want to find out what's going to happen to this guy. Let it be.
16.
Hits.
Cool. Great. Just a regular old rapier damage.
You can be waiting down there for fucking ages.
He's dead. I mean, he's so pissed
Only
off.
7 points of damage.
Yeah, as he goes by, you just cut him down. You feel the spell drop, and he just body hits.
Oh man, you wasted suggestion on that.
Oh, that's a thing, isn't it?
You did it.
I didn't remember that was a thing. Sorry, man.
It's done now.
So funny.
Yeah, cool. The guy
That's
with
my
the
bad. I forgot.
The guy with the flintlock pistol is going to turn to you and pull out his short sword and take his attack at you.
That won't help.
Yeah,
really
misses.
want
He goes to swing.
I
so you
completely
just
did not
catch
think.
the blade.
And then I was just like, oh.
God damn it, Kane.
Oh, whatever.
His gun.
The other
You ate my fucking gun.
the other guys who took shots at Clubber,
Oh, apology on that
That's
one.
cool.
who do they want to hit? Yeah, 3 of them going to go for you, Fuaro, as your captain, so prime target. Pistols, they all move within range. Only one still manages to hit, though. So
Didn't realise your legs were there.
That's fine.
that's going to be 11 points of damage to you, Fuaro.
Take my
They're
legs
public
off.
property. 11 points of damage for him. 11?
Yeah, as people move up, you
That
see
ain't
this
chill.
one guy gets a shot across your shoulder. And then the other 2 are going to shoot at Clubber. Clubber's not looking great.
Oh no.
Sorry, how much damage? 11.
11.
Uncanny dodge.
Cool, just down to 6. 1 misses, 1 hits. That's gonna be lucky. I rolled low. That's only 4 damage to Clubber. Clubber is beginning to sway. He is not looking good.
Oh.
Oh no.
What does a hurdy-gurdy solo sound like?
Yeah.
River,
That's
Okay,
very plucky.
well, I mean-
It's definitely not that. I'll show
So I've
you.
got a dude that I stupidly stabbed.
They're just dead at your feet. Yeah.
Oh, he's dead already. Oh,
Yeah.
that doesn't matter then.
You
it's
killed
fine.
it, you one-shot him.
Yeah, that's fine.
They're kind of minion rule.
Yeah, that's cool. So what? We've got one of the ones that were on the captain still in front of me.
Yes. Yeah.
All right, cool. I guess I'll stab that one with
Go
the
for it.
main thing.
Either there as they're like just realizing how badly this combat is going for them.
Cool. I'm assuming with a 24 I hit.
Yes.
Cool.
Just about.
Nice.
Just about.
Holy shit,
No, I'm not
Toby.
gonna waste the thing on that. Cool. He takes 9 points damage.
Again, you literally you bring the sword up. You go for like you are very well trained with
Yeah.
your swords. As you go to do this, you see that he is not, and it's very easy just to get past this guard. Pretty much just whack his sword out of his hand with one rapier and just up through the mouth of the other.
Nice. And with Like, how close is the next closest one? I'm basically just walking forward at this point.
Probably be around, not that far actually. He'd probably be the guy on guard who's about 25 feet away.
Okay, cool. Mage is still up, right?
Yes, and he's about, if you said where he was, he's about 40 feet away.
Okay, cool. If I move 10 feet closer to him, am I going to pass anybody?
No.
Cool. I take my 10 feet forward, and then, because I can bonus action attack for that one, my main action is to cast Bane.
Cool.
So he's got to make a DC 14 charisma save, which he might pass. But
he does not pass.
Cool. He must subtract 1d4 from all attack rolls and saving throws.
Sick.
What a nice guy.
Cool. That's you.
Yeah, that's all I can do right now. Yeah.
Up next is your crew. Clubber runs.
Is it him?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, you're
I'm
after
the mage.
Estella.
Oh, Estella.
Yeah, so Clubber runs over to the guy who's on you as he's the next closest guy. He just like is swaying, clearly very hurt, but does not give a fuck. Hits. Yeah, just runs over it as you just snap.
break the
As you break it, you see as this guy is just like lifted up by the arm that he was holding up, and Clubber literally just smashes him into the floor until he is nothing but a bloody pulp, and he lets out a.
He's having a great day.
Fine.
The camp should be up in like a round.
Love it, his day.
Miss.
We've got to do is climb back up.
Hit. You see another one of the crew members that shot at Poirot,
Yeah, that's fine.
dead from one of the assassins. Dagby is going to cast Melt's Acid Arrow. Manages to hit with that one. Points to one of the other crew members and just you see this beam of sickly green just and melts his skin away as he just boils and the skin soars off. Dag goes, there we go. There we fucking go.
I love Dagby.
He's so great.
Passion uses action to reload. Crown doesn't go anymore.
How dare you?
Mean.
Nowhere.
He's the only fully covered one.
Yeah, no one's going to go for the last guy who's there.
Totally different. He's the one you
Apart
drew
from the
the
mage.
most.
Hits with all three, so yeah, will kill. Just runs over, just been beating this other guy up. It's looking pretty good for you guys. You're pretty much out of combat at this point.
We'll decide when we're out of
Yeah.
combat.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I just need to make morale checks for people. So no. Yeah. Cool. Up next, you see is this figure that's kind of been watching and assessing up on the mast, kind of like looking around, kind of just kind of like slides down, and you notice as these claw or talon marks are just being left as they slide down and land on the deck. They seem to dust off their hands as if they're getting ready for this combat to be over. No. You see, there's the mage, there's the captain in the water, and that's all that's left of this group.
What kind of a thing would it be if I sent my raven to peck out the eyes of the mage?
Got an action, I'd say.
Terrifying is what it would be.
Yeah.
I'd do that.
Cool. Make an attack roll, and I guess add your spellcast, add your charisma modifier to your raven.
My spellcast.
Yeah, so
Oh, okay.
just your charisma modifier.
What are we going to do?
Wait, is that spell attack bonus? No, it's not.
Just the charisma bonus.
Taken below to where the rest of our crew is
It's-
sleeping.
Yeah, it is. It's where did I roll that? That's a 16.
That hits. So we'll say do 1d4 plus 2 in damage for the beak.
It's a 5.
How'd you finish? You have 5 left.
Yes.
That's perfect.
Perfect.
I peck out his eyes with my raven's beak.
So you see as you're stood
That's
there
sick.
next to this mage, as Claw just lands on him and pecks out both of his eyes. He grabs his eyes and just no, and begins stumbling back and just goes ass over tit over the edge of the ship.
I ain't even
Nice.
surprised.
Raven Claw just like flies back.
Nice.
Good boy.
Change back into them.
For all intents and purposes, you guys are out of combat.
Can we all just get ready for the captain
It's
now?
the captain left in the water.
I swim up to him and lock him into my wrist with the dimension shackles, and then begin to swim back.
I'd say that's easy enough. He is on 4 health. Yeah, that ship was built to be a difficult
Ship combat.
difficult ship combat, but
This one-
hey-o.
Just want
It
to
turns out, fuck all my encounters today.
Just want to hear a hurdy
Oh,
gurdy.
who's who?
Oh, I
I
took
thought
31
you-
damage. We
Wanna
lost
hear
two.
a
Oh,
head?
That
hey,
guy.
lovely
A
song.
celebratory Gurdy solo.
Fine.
That was definitely, that was designed.
I don't
Can we
know.
play this
this
whilst
is
the
from
captain
Sea of
gets
Thieves.
back on?
Yeah,
I love that game.
yeah.
It's amazing.
The hurdy gurdy is the cranky
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
That's how I know what it is.
I love this.
His Grokshar comes up and says, you'll believe a dream I just said.
Did it involve fire and blood?
So good. It's such a good team.
Really weird. Yeah.
It's amazing. You basically just sail a ship around
This is
completely.
lovely.
We've seen a lot of it. I don't, what's it on?
You can play in the background if you want to.
Yeah, you see as you've got, you
It
see,
might get content.
you see as you bring the captain up, he is shackled to you and pretty much helpless.
I'm just gonna, because he's a dwarf, right?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna keep holding my arm up so he can't go to the ground.
You can indeed.
Oh, fly on down. Like, I told you to think your moves.
You see as this guy's you see as the guy who was obfuscated, the guy who's assassin picking them up is just leaning against the mast, just watching you guys.
I'm going to swim down after the mage, see if they had anything on them worth taking.
Cool. So you begin picking through the body. You see they've got mainly material components and the like. I'll say through like gem dust and the like, you managed to get about 80 gold pieces worth of stuff.
Grab the robes.
You see as he's...
Oh, yeah, I'll take the robes as well.
You won't get far in these waters.
Now we got Midas colours now.
Get as far as we like. We got a Midas ship now.
You do. But you've not got a Midas heart. They'll see through that. They always do.
Well, to be fair, we're not bastards, so no, we don't.
I'm gonna come back up.
I gotta connect.
And I'm gonna be very pissed off.
He looks at you.
I'm gonna look around and be like, and realize everyone's dead except the captain. I look at the captain. I'm like, can I do something with him once you're done?
There won't be much left when we're done.
Depends what it is you're going to do.
That's my business.
Well, then no.
Would you like to upset Captain Blackbeard?
Blackbeard didn't know we were taking this ship, and frankly, it's none of his business.
Whether he takes the ship or not is none of his business, but whether I get on with what I need to do is.
I thought you were here to observe us.
I
I
am.
don't seem to recall him saying that you would get the captain of a ship he didn't know we'd plunder. So, it doesn't really feel like it's in your job description, matey. What are you planning on doing to him?
That's for me.
To not do. Okay, fair enough.
To do.
We might let you do it if you tell us what it is.
There you go.
Of course, I'm not going to tell you. It's my own. It's my own business.
And what we do to him is ours.
Mr. Count, look at me, he's the captain.
All right. Well, I guess I'll just have to report this back to the captain.
Go for it.
I'll say back to the dwarf. So
Back.
I've got one slight correction to what you were saying. We do have a Midas heart. I believe one is inside you.
Yeah. I was thinking the same damn thing, but I'm not there.
Inspiration. Yeah, you see this his face. Don't even roll intimidation. His face just his face just his mouth just goes agape.
Well, we've got you. Do yourself some favour and be quite honest with us. We hear there's a ship that went down quite recently, had crystalline chests in it. Know anything about it?
If I knew about it, why would I tell you? You're just gonna fucking kill me anyway.
We might let you live.
No, you won't.
Well, I quite like my name to be out there.
Strapped to a barrel.
You can make a good pirate.
As DM, are you lying or not? It'll be whether it's a deception or intimidation.
What, that I'd let him live?
Yeah.
No, I'd tell the truth.
Cool. Roll persuasion then, I guess.
Okay. That is an 18.
Cool. He kind of goes, well, I'll see if he knows anything about it.
Had some friends on it. Lost them. Don't know what happened. Some kind of arcane explosion.
Good fun. Know where it went down?
No, they weren't allowed to be told the location they were going. Top secret. Someone we don't usually trade with.
What do you mean by a Midas heart? Is it something you need to get through Midas waters?
The attitude. There are people like higher up than me that just they know if you're a pirate. They smell it on your skin. See it in the words that you say.
Maybe if I bathed in your blood, they wouldn't be able to.
I don't think that'd be enough.
You got a lot of crew.
Can I be back at this point?
Yeah.
Sick. I just want to watch.
You see, yeah, he's moments away from unconsciousness. He is very much at your disposal.
I think I'll keep you. I'll just keep him locked, manacled to my hand.
Actually, yeah. This should be fun. I know a healing word.
Cool.
Can't wait till I have to go swimming.
They cost you a squire. There we go.
He didn't die.
Oh, he didn't die.
He was blown down.
Welcome to the crew, new Cranbeak.
Who has his skin?
It's slimy limes all over again.
We have him in like a horrific front of suit and he just sits in a chair and we go in and then we go, not fighting today, hey? Just walk out again.
See, his relics has put a cover over the.
We should be a bit more respectful.
You also hear the voice of the obfuscated figure, the assassinate person.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah, you wanted everyone dead.
We don't know who
You
this
all
guy
know
is.
how to fight.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Strange seeing you here as well, sister.
You see as he pulls his hood
I knew it!
and you see the familiar form of one of the siblings that you probably didn't want to see.
Yeah, I guess as much.
You see the very large, muscular, but very dexterous form
Give me
of
the
your
number.
older brother, Rain.
No, that's literally the worst one.
Something that you mistook for facial hair, you see is actually now black and white striped
That's why he's the
fur,
worst.
much like River.
Seems I'm always helping you out with fights.
Yeah, you picked up a few of the easy ones.
What are
We
you
did the
doing
rest.
here in Midas Waters?
Wow. I'm sure you'd love to know that, wouldn't you?
Indeed, I would.
I'd love to know why you were here too, but maybe let's just agree not to share, huh?
Well, as long as I could catch a ride, I did help you take a ship after all.
Where are you headed?
We've got two now, actually.
Wherever there's
We're not-
Midas.
The Armada begins.
Oh, it's starting.
I was hoping you'd say somewhere specific so I could say we weren't going there. Sure, tag along.
Besides, can't man a ship on my own, so... Pleasure to meet you all.
How did you get aboard the other ship?
Stowaway.
Nice.
I like picking them off nice and slow. Sticking to the shadows is more of what I do.
That's pretty baller.
We
Can't
were
look an
very
enemy in the
nice and
eye.
invited you into the water earlier. What's your problem?
I'm a cat person, not really. Water is my,
Is that a thing?
Yeah, it's number 3 on my top 10 list of things I hate.
Fair enough.
Where's it on yours?
2.
Oh.
Oh. What's number 1?
Midas.
Ah.
Hey, what's your order?
1 minus 2.
Yep.
I mean, I don't want to be that guy.
Water.
Don't-
3 cheese.
It's a
Damn it, you remembered that?
I remember
my-
everything.
I remember that.
My top
remember
4. 1 Midas, 2 undead, 3 water, 4 cheese.
So he just doesn't care for undead. Like that's whatever with
Yeah.
that.
Oh, God.
Yes,
Very
if,
characteristic of you, brother, not to look your enemy in the
Do
eye.
that first.
They don't see you coming, you can get the drop on them.
I got the drop on them anyway.
I feel like I've been watching a tennis match this like, literally, like you two.
Oh, God.
This.
If this dwarf really is the new Planvik, we need him to be a pacifist.
That's true. I don't know what you're implying.
You take his hands off.
He's going to fist him.
If I cut both
Is he a
his hands
pacifist?
off though, what will I attach the shackle to?
He has
Cool.
legs, doesn't he?
Pacifist.
We had the same idea.
Thumbs, fingers.
Uh,
Give him little nubs.
Can I cut his hands off? Yes.
God's got a tear in his eye. Can I cut his hands off?
Grookshaw! the hand knife!
He comes up with like this grim, like rusty covered knife.
It's a
up, you
blade
see-
sticking out with
You
his
see, he's got
hand.
like a very nice presentory cloth in his hand. You see this pristine cleaver that he just
My personal one, sir.
It's never
thank
been
you.
used.
Not used it for hands yet.
God,
Yeah,
are you
that-
sure? Oh.
Yeah, I'll go for it.
Yeah, so with a mixture of healing magic from either Grakilm or
Oh my
yourself,
god!
you can quite easily just pop both the hands off. There is a guttural scream from this Midas captain.
He's not shackled to you anymore.
See,
And then I shackle his ankle.
Nice.
as he's
Well,
now,
so he's upside down all the time.
so he's now shackled to you.
He's going to pass out. a lot.
Handless, upside down.
Actually, you know, I'll put the dimension shackle on my ankle as well. So we
Cool.
just kind of like a 3-legged race. I'll
Cool.
just kind of drag him around.
Cool.
Oh,
And
you're
just-
such a drag.
Oh, God.
We killed all of your friends.
Nem's just rubbing in aloe vera, shaking her head at this whole affair. Like,
Produce flame, cauterize the wounds.
Oh.
Jesus.
Fucking hell, guys.
Pirates.
I've got a fire smite.
This is right.
Yo ho, yo ho.
Who's your captain?
Oh,
That would be
Nice
the
to meet
bird.
you.
and you?
Where are you headed?
Over here, over there.
Mind
Just
if I-
kind of seeing where the currents take us.
Mind if I catch a ride?
We've got a really boring
Um,
thing we're doing on an island, but then we got some other stuff after that.
As soon
Let's
as I get to land, I
Dan,
can get back on my
As soon as the question "Who's your captain?" comes up and it's not me, River grits her teeth and just does anything not to be in the same vicinity as her brother for a while.
as you go to walk away, you don't look back at him, but you certainly feel a smug grin and a glare on you. One that you know all too well from Rain.
Before I answer that question, I'll turn to Rim. I feel that What's your thoughts? This is kind of, I don't want to get in the way of a family thing if you don't want, like...
We can drop him off when we hit land, it'll be fine.
I'll stay out
Love
of
a
your hair
reunion.
as soon as we hit land. It's fine, sister.
With treasures.
I mean, it kind of works. We've got another one that we're
Oh yeah, we've
just
got
kind
two
of
ships.
carrying along.
Just put each on a different
meet
boat.
frog, frog meet cat.
I was playing ahead of getting my own. I've gone away
Are we
now. at
just
this
a big
point.
piece of shit that's 1 point away
You can
from
come find me,
sinking?
but I'm not there.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Where
Do
are
we
you?
want to?
I'm on the other side of the ship.
We're going to
basically.
just ditch the swag ship.
But-
That's not
Exactly. That's
We
what
don't
I'm
really
thinking.
have enough crew for two, do
Oh.
we?
Yeah, we've got loads.
No, we have excess crew for one though.
Yeah,
we can.
but for a brig, we probably have about the right
Yeah.
amount.
What's the? Can I have the stats of a brig?
We should definitely try and sell the swag ship.
Oh, that's the point, yeah.
Oh,
Hey, we've got
boy.
the shit.
We should
shit.
repair then
Full
sell
of
the
holes.
swag ship. I
Yes.
think.
Depends how much repairs cost.
What?
Versus
Have you given us a
pricing.
very good ship?
What?
Damn, you messed up, dude.
No, just something someone's doing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, Joe.
I hate
Yeah, I'm
you
gonna
so
go below
much.
deck and like
I love it.
inspect what kind of rooms this ship has.
Cool. So this guy's kind of like dragged along with you.
Yeah.
Passive perception 23. Can I see whatever the fuck is going
There
on
you go.
over there?
He's just playing his. He's just playing his.
What does this mean?
His hurdy-gurdy.
What do these dots mean at the bottom? Does that
I don't
mean
know. They
anything?
just came out with it.
Oh, okay.
Essentially, this has. I'll point this out when we actually do it because I've got the stats of it. But it has, I believe, 3 upgrade points for rooms. This is like crew quarters
Cool.
here. That's 1 upgrade room. That's 1 upgrade room. This is main deck, and then that's captain's quarters.
Cool.
So it's got
Is
2
it better
floors
than the
below
swag
deck.
ship?
It's got 1 below deck, but it's much more spacious. It is.
Okay, cool.
They got basically more rooms, more capacity for stuff, and it's just a generally bigger and better ship.
Guns.
Indeed, it does. It has 4 guns on either side, but these are 9-pounders rather than the 12-pounders.
So worse than our 12. So can we
worse,
take?
but there are more of them.
We just bring the 12s on.
Swap
Yes.
us, swap them. Straight swap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So over the night you can quite easily just take
So now, So now we've got a brig with 6.
I will write up stats. Or
12.
send you stats at least.
Can you also write up anything this ship had on it inventory-wise?
I can indeed. It doesn't have, as you kind of go through the stocks, it doesn't have a whole bunch on it as they've just come back from
Yeah, they did say.
from fighting. So there are like a smattering of ammunitions as well as supplies.
How many
food
limes
supplies.
did he eat?
Huh?
How many of the limes did he eat?
Just the 1.
We'll get the other 4 back.
Of course.
Yeah.
Can we also, in the time, change the sails to the ones currently on the swag ship? And like, basically, can we gut the swag ship and drag it behind us?
This ship is the sails
different.
of the swag ship won't fit on this one, as this ship has 2 masts.
Oh, then
and has 2 lots of.
we have excess purple dye,
Yeah,
don't
we. As I said earlier, we have purple dye.
There we go. Let's just
There
dye
are,
these
there
sails.
are a lot
Well, we
of
don't-
claw marks
don't we
in
wanna-
the
Don't
sail,
we want
right,
to keep
then?
the Midas
I was
colours
going to say we wanted to
Midas
take Midas
colours?
for now.
Yeah.
You're right.
We can dye it when we head back out.
Well, the name's on the back, isn't it?
Yes, the SS Miriam.
Miriam. We should at least. We've got pink, don't we?
Let me check.
We had some to write on the original. We should at least change the name because otherwise people are
Did
gonna.
I on in blood originally?
That's when it was the Iron Fist.
Oh yeah.
We bought paint to change it.
God,
But I've
yes.
locked-
Yeah, you've got paint. Was
I've locked
It's
my
fine.
bookshelf.
Cool.
with-
We'll change the
not.
name. We can do the fucking names that we all came up with
Yeah.
originally.
Cool. We can do that. We'll get into
Start
that.
next session.
You Gav, you know it says you're kind of dragging this guy around, inspecting the ship and stuff. He just seems a lot more feral than he was. He's just like is wide-eyed and seems just terrified the entire time.
Sweet.
Mm,
Do I
yeah.
know why that is?
Because you just
I
chopped
can
his hands
fucking
off.
work it out.
Just he like every now and again he'll just like.
But oh, you need to chill.
Can I do detect magic?
Yeah, so you do detect magic. Can't seem to trace anything on him. He's just kind of like, as you approach him, also he's just kind of like. Tries to
No lingering
tries to
effects
call
or
back.
anything?
Has he got anything on him? Sorry. Interesting.
Okay.
In his
Correct.
personal.
He's got a collection of hand axes of different styles, mainly kind of boarding axes with various engravings on them, but nothing that stands out as magic. As you approach.
Does he have like a captain's thing? Anything that like denotes him as a captain?
That'd be his long coat. It's fit for a dwarf,
Uh,
but yeah, it does have like the general kind of regalia of like the extra kind of eccentricities that a captain would have.
Did
I'm gonna
the
tear
ship,
him off.
did the ship have any sort of symbols similar to the other one with the crab that we got?
Yeah, all Midas ships on their sails have the big symbol of Midas, which is the coin with the profile of
Cool.
Admiral Dawnmaker.
We have someone on board who's good with a needle, don't we? Like I think relics.
Possibly, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I'll hand her my captain's hat and say, "Can you stitch in the Midas logo next to the crab?"
Of course.
Cool.
I've also got these, and I'll pull out like the epaulettes from his His coat.
Excellent. Well, I mean, we've got enough coats for the whole crew to look here.
These are like captain ones, so just did you want them?
Yes. Oh, that hurt.
I was the Tim on as well.
Oh, thank you. Hand over everything. Nice. Yeah, can we almost gut what we don't need from the swag ship and like with all the rope we've got, tie it behind so we're sort of dragging it with us?
Yeah, it certainly will. I'll need to work this out between sessions, but it will certainly slow you down a shitload.
Okay.
And also
Let's we'll think about it in the break because we might have enough crew for both.
yeah, that's fine.
Kind of got a good idea.
Oh, tell me.
Love a kind of good idea.
We could send some of the crew back with the ship to try and sell it somewhere, but I don't know if that's too risky.
That's how would they get back to us?
That's a good point.
They sell the ship and they go, fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's like they're being Finding Nemo and they finally escaped and just
And they're in the
floating
bags, yeah.
Now
We can always just tell them to meet us somewhere.
Yeah, true.
How
The
do we
whole
get
time
there?
that this has been going on, because River walked off in a strop, she's just picking up the remaining Midas corpses like with her talons, like intentionally kind of bloody. She's just chucking them off ship.
Yeah,
please.
Keep the robes!
Yeah, she's keeping the robes. Yeah,
We
yeah,
need
like
the
taking what we need and then just like with her claws.
Biggest
just, like,
collection
eating
of
them
Midas robes ever.
You also managed to get around, like just picking through the crew's bodies, the stores of the ship, managed to get around 1,200 gold pieces.
I'll do the calculations.
Do we have any idea of
Oh god, you're so
Pranvik's-
sexy when you're doing maths.
Pranvik's sort of like other religious beliefs or like next of kin he may have had?
How much gold, sorry?
No, it
Oh,
rest.
1,200, you say?
Yes.
I can do a funeral rite.
You do find on his body, however, he does have some.
Would any of
symbology
the
that
crew
he's kept.
50,000 gold?
Yeah, would anyone like in the crew have ever said like, oh, what do you believe?
No, as
what he would have
one
liked.
of his quirks was that he kept his belief secret.
Okay.
So
no one really knows what he'd want.
No,
to do with
but
his
you
remains.
do find a holy symbol on him if I can find
Hey.
where it is.
Everyone gets 240 gold.
120.
You find a you find a symbol. It's of a upright black gauntlet. Anyone could make a religion check for
I
me.
will.
I will
Might
not
as
be
well.
good at it because I'm trying to work out what funeral to do.
Oh, very good for me.
Fucking dog
Rubbish.
shit.
Religion.
Yeah.
How
None
much
that
gold
20.
do I get?
Bollocks.
12.
240.
9.
You get an extra 120 on top of that house.
So Fuaro, you know with this. This is the lawful evil god
240.
Bane, who is the god of hatred.
Oh.
Christ, Pramby.
Yeah, he was a pacifist.
Hateful pacifist.
Yeah.
Interesting.
He we won't get into that, but his belief was to not to let his rage overspill and keep the hatred within him and to treasure it. And
Well, he never
enjoy
did, and it killed him.
Yep.
Does will we know anything about how people who worship Bane
That's a
like
thing.
to be like
They don't
disposed of?
typically have funeral rites because it's a very evil god. They
Oh.
typically fall in battle. But
Don't worry about it. Then. We'll just toss him off the side. Not quite like a bit more poetically, but
Hi,
Let's
Pramby.
take his horns or
No,
something.
she's too busy ripping into knives.
You see, yeah, so
Mutilate
I don't
him.
want to mutilate
It's
him.
his body.
you see some of the crew who have been with you guys since the start definitely kind of have a moment. Kind of
We have a little like pseudo funeral for him, just like
Is it
Thanks,
moment of
Pramby.
silence?
Would you like a song?
no.
No.
Can you play the bagpipes?
You'll be doing some fucked up shit in the background.
No, I don't. I only play. hurdy-gurdy
Play the
and small
hurdy.
drums.
I mean, you might. I'd like a song.
As you go around clearing up bodies, you find Clubber just sat on the deck of the other ship, just with two around him, just.
Clubber!
Oh God.
Happy you've had a meal?
I'll play a song for you.
You did very good today, and I put my hand on his, well, probably not his shoulder because he's big, and
Yeah.
I have
Oh, he
very
sat down. I
few
really
reasons.
sat
It's
down.
long.
And I'll lay on hands in for 15 points.
You see, he
You
really feels
high-five
that.
him.
All like the bullet wounds that he's got on him just begin to close up. And he, very good.
We'll get you a good horse next time we can.
He kind of breaks off one of their arms. Cool.
Let's just double check things.
To back to eat people.
He's grim.
Anything else we're wanting to do before we wrap?
I'm going to go up to River and say,
That's
just
pretty
out of
fucking good
interest,
song.
are all of your brothers and sisters named after
Play the
water?
actual song later.
No, it's a mix. We're not named after nature, though.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't think they're
What was
water.
her
No, they're not
brother's
because
name?
Rain.
leaves.
I thought that was kind of ironic, you know.
Yeah.
Intentionally.
Yeah, we
Just
have
like
a lot more in common than I'd like.
Okay. Family, eh?
They're everywhere.
All good?
Yeah, there's nothing I want to do, but also I don't want to stop.
Yeah.
Oh, I never want to
The
stop.
catch-22 of D&D.
Do something else quick.
Just to confirm,
Yes.
Frog is sitting on the back of the boat.
Yeah.
I'm just sitting as far away from people as possible, really.
Yeah, so you'd be
pretty pissed.
either on the back
Side?
or the front of the boat.
I don't.
Not in game, I don't.
Maybe,
What?
yeah.
As you're playing me your
Not
funeral
really.
ditty,
River would definitely be.
I'll just kind of. What's wrong? You look. I don't know.
Glum.
You're not the most welcoming bunch, are you?
The dwarf is stood there, handless next to you.
Yeah, not quite. I don't really do welcoming.
How you doing?
He's fine. Don't
I'm
make
sure.
don't make eye contact.
I'm
He's
very
weird.
sure.
He's really weird. Ever since I cut his hands off, he's been so weird.
And that's where we'll
Phenomenal session.
Oh,
It's good to be back.
Bravo, man. Oh boy, I've got a lot of shit to work out between now and next
Episode
time.
title. Give us a hand.
Yeah, it will be. Oh my god, yeah, that was wild. You guys, yeah, wow, okay.
Good set.
There's
Oh,
pla-
that's wonderful.
yeah, there are moments where players completely bypass encounters and you're like, oh yeah, that happens, but I didn't expect twice in one session. But fair enough. Thank you very much for joining us and watching. Thank you very much to Joe for coming down and thank you so much for coming in with a great
Sorry we weren't
character
very
who was,
welcoming in game.
who is going to stay around. So you're still going to have some input as keeper, which is going to be fun.
Oh God.
He's with you for this entire quest, at least.
How are we doing that?
We've got a few things kind of worked out. But yeah, thank you very much for joining us. If you like what we do here and want to support the channel, we do take donations as well. Every little bit helps. And once we have our social media down below, so if you want to know when we're streaming and what we're streaming, go and do that. Hey, give us a follow, give us a like. Why the hell not?
I need to figure out what they're actually pointing.
We're going to be soon. We're going to be doing a little bit of a revamp of some of the content we do. Maybe getting into some more video game streaming again. But hey, like I said, best way to find out is to go to our social media. Until then, thank you to our wonderful players for playing. Thank you guys for watching.
Thank you for
And
the end.
thank you
so much.
Yeah, thank you, Dan.
everyone. That's alright. We love you guys. Stay nifty. Stay
We
cool.
love you so much.
Peace out, bro.
Stay nifty.
Yes!